Hey, what's up? It's your girl Tamira, aka Girl from Harlem.
And this is Ray Daniels, aka the Culture Referee.
And this is the God Show, the Culture Report.
Boy, y'all can make noise. Y'all can make noise. And today we have a plethora of guests.
Right,
we have a cousin, our cousin Burgundy Jack.
Burgundy Jack.
Our cousin Burgundy Jack.
No.
He wears burgundy every day.
You see
oh, that's the brand. Dog,
I've never seen
the same way it was Haitian Jack, Burgundy Jack. He's that. We have to argue with the people again. We have Juju. Juju has such an experience. He was attacked so much that he called me and said, "I will be there when you shoot. I don't even need an invite. I'm coming." So we have Juju. He's shit off his chest.
He's doubling down on everything just to let you know.
Let's go. And then we have a male advocate.
Yay.
Shar.
Hey, Shar.
She's here today.
Welcome.
So we're gonna have some fun today. This is the Culture Report. By the way, this is my favorite show we shoot because we get to talk shit all day rather than interviewing people and you gotta go at their pace. I love doing this. Let's get it.
Okay, so I want to start off by talking about Diddy. Diddy is in the headlines for two reasons. He turned down a 9-figure deal and gave back bad boy artists their publishing rights. What does this really mean, and is it a good idea? Right. What does it really mean?
Well, I think it's good for karma.
That's what I think it's for.
But basically what he did was he owned the rights, right? So when someone owns the rights to your music, you can't do things with it without their permission.
Like movies and stuff?
No, like sell. Like you can't sell something that you don't own the rights to.
All right, I have a question. So Irv Gotti said previously that he's not giving Ashanti back her masters because that's how he makes money. But then I heard he sold everybody's masters.
He did.
What's the like?
He did. He sold the masters of Murder Inc. Okay, so
this is what they asked me. What's the difference between masters and publishing?
The masters is the sound recording, and the publishing is the authors of the track. So I think I'm saying it the best way I can because composition is as I say, author of the track. The composition. So the publishing is the composition, and the master is the master. So Ashanti owns her publishing, but Irv Gotti signed Ashanti and Ja Rule and those guys in the time when 360 wasn't popular, so he doesn't get money from their shows. He only gets money from the royalties from the masters. So when y'all start saying give the masters back, y'all basically saying give your part on how you eat back. So like Ashanti can make $10 million a year being Ashanti. Irv Gotti can't make $10 million a year being Irv Gotti.
So he only gets it off the spins, the streaming type thing?
Yeah, the masters.
Anytime somebody tries to, like, if HBO wants to sync the song, they have to call Irv Gotti instead of calling Ashanti.
Got it.
Because when you clear something, you got to clear master rights and publishing rights. So you got to pay two checks when you clear something. He gets one, she gets the other.
If she owns the publishing.
If she owns the publishing.
So right now, publishing, a lot of this music is over 10, 15 years old. Yeah. Is there real money in getting the publishing for this money?
It depends on back. So that's what back catalog is for. That's why. This is why I'm doubling down on all these artists talking crazy.
He can't wait.
When artists say they want to keep their masters, they want to keep, like, first of all, I think Leo said it the best. He said, what the fuck are you gonna do with your masters? You don't even know how to do the business of your masters, right? So if somebody calls you to do a sync deal, you don't even know the terminology to start the conversation off with. So it's like, what the fuck what are you doing? So in that situation, Irv is like, look, man, I've been holding this shit down for the X amount of years. You've gone off, like he said, you've gone off, you're creating your own path, you're doing X, Y, and Z. Pay me the rights for their rights back.
No, not pay me. I own it.
No, so if you want it back.
No, I'm saying, but the problem is that, dog, that's why people don't want to be in the music business. We are crazier than everyone else because we literally put on people that can kill us. It's not so let me give an example. So let's say if I make this, right? This is my product. I make this. I can sell 10 million of these, right? I don't have to worry about how this thinks, how this feels, anything, right? But when the product is a human that can talk back, they start saying, oh, it's predatory. It's only predatory because the product can talk. It's not predatory. It wasn't predatory when we signed the deal. It wasn't predatory when I gave you the money knowing that there was a better chance that I wouldn't get it back than I would get it back. So it's the only reason it's predatory is because the person can talk. So of course Ashanti wants her masters, but Ashanti owns the biggest master, herself. And Ashanti herself can make way more money off of her than she would off the I think Irv Gotti said he only makes $2 or $3 million a year off of Murder Inc. masters.
That's with all the artists.
Maybe that's for everybody. Like meanwhile, Ashanti, that's 2 shows for her, 3 shows. So why do you want it back? You only want it back because you want to harm him.
I was gonna say, because I think your question was, did you think that the Bad Boy catalog, or was it worth it? I mean, you got to think about it. That's probably one of the most iconic catalogs in hip hop.
But to be fair, mind you, just to be fair, Puff didn't give them the masters. He gave them their publishing rights. The money is 6-1. 6-1. So if he made, I'm just saying, if he made $6 million a year off of Bad Boy, he made $1 million a year of publishing.
He wanted to make sure they were.
And by the way, it was still real nigga shit because he didn't have to. It was still real that he did that, but he didn't give the masters back.
I think it's like what you said.
Shit,
It was good for karma. I think like
it was one of the biggest songs in hip hop history. Fuck, I'm gonna give it back to you for it.
You can't have
Nigga,
that.
I paid for this.
I think it goes back to what you said about karma. Like he's trying to kind of have good faith with the black community. He wants people to kind of look at him differently now. He's trying to start these new ventures and like lead the black community. He wants us to follow him. So he's trying to say like,
hold on.
here's some good faith.
Even in going to that, like talking about good faith in the black community, there's no good faith in like, you have to have good faith in business. Mm-hmm. So take out the whole idea of saying black community good faith.
Yes.
That shit, like business is black and white. It's on paper. If I put something in the contract don't know if you fucking purple, pink, red, or green. It's what you are what you negotiate. Mm-hmm. So when you got people that are arguing and mad about somebody saying, oh, he owns my masters, he's on my publishing. Motherfucker, I put an investment in you to own that.
And when you leave, you can still go make money from you.
You can make money. I don't own your brand. Now you talking about a 360 deal. So you talking about
but even if I let you out of a 360 deal, you still are free to go do whatever you want to do. That's what I'm saying. Art, dog, that's why it's a trick. If you got somebody spending money on you right now as an artist, you better not do nothing to mess that up.
That's a fact. Because
once that person who spends money realizes what's gonna happen once you get where you're supposed to go, and they always say, not me. Oh, man. Listen, I have a rule in business. I have a rule in the business. I always say this to artists. I gotta love you poor, because I'm only gonna like you when you get rich. If I only like you when you poor, I'm gonna hate you when you get rich, because you're gonna turn it to somebody else. So for me, we are in the business of building our own Frankensteins. We're building the machine that comes back to eat us. It's the only business like that.
That's real.
It's the only business like that. So when you start, nigga, Irvin and Ashanti ain't talked in 10 years and she's still out there, I want my masters. Look what Taylor Swift did to Scooter. Dog, he did a business deal. Now it might have some sentimental value. Of course it does. It's yours. But he had every right to do it. But she was smart enough to know public opinion is a huge...
Public opinion, and if I can come to you with a bag that's big enough, you gonna give it back to me. So do business. Tell Ashanti to go do business.
But I will say this. Shout out to Puff for doing that. Because to me, I feel like, and it's another thing, Puff in 2023 is way different than Puff in 1994.
Amen.
In 1994, he probably didn't see the 360 view of how much money he was going to be making from so many other things, right? Even if, I mean, he probably makes a few million a year of publishing, but I mean, Puff can make a few $1 million in 3 appearances if he wanted, 2 if he wanted to. He don't even have to at this point. He was getting $100 million a year from Ciroc. Who cares?
But he didn't really own Ciroc, and now
that doesn't matter. He still was making $100 million from it.
Wait, but it doesn't matter in essence of what we talking about.
No,
right
it doesn't.
now.
No, it doesn't matter. Period. People, hear me out real quick. Hear me out. This is a problem that we all face. Ownership only matters when you want to sell. It only matters when you want to decide what to do with it. But if I own this brand, but I got to give you 50% of what I make, I can sell it 10 times. That doesn't stop you from getting your 50%. So why does that matter?
Magic Johnson don't give a damn. He only owns 5% of the fucking Dodgers.
Yeah.
Well, wait. No, for me in particular, with the Ciroc conversation, a lot of us brought Ciroc because we thought we were buying into a black business.
You are. He made more money from Ciroc than he made from music. He made the money. The problem is that it's levels. Making the money as a millionaire is different than once you become a billionaire. Now you want to do more with it. So, of course, he didn't own it. That's cool. But he made so much money from it, it doesn't matter. He can start his own if he wants.
Yeah, but when we were in a space of supporting black business and trying to help ourselves, that seems deceiving. You knew that we were buying into it because we thought we were buying the black man's vodka and we were supporting black business. That was a marketing tool.
Can I tell you something though? And I hate to do this, but let's be honest. Alcohol is poison anyway.
Right. Yeah, but
so we supporting by killing ourselves.
If we gonna drink it, I'm gonna drink it.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Shit, I'm about to check for my cousin and go buy.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying when you look at it from a alcohol is not good for us, right? So I don't think we supported. I think we supported Ciroc because we supported Puff, but I don't think we bought it with the sentimental of black businesses. Like we killing black, you killing a lot of motherfuckers. Like it's like if I had a cigarette company and I have black cigarettes, I don't it's giving everybody cancer. You support me, but so for me it's like I can't say that. That's why we did it, but that don't matter. That is what they sell us. It doesn't matter. Your percentage is your percentage. It don't matter who owns. It matters what you make from it because the owner gets paid last.
That is true.
So the owner gets paid last. So before I get $1, I got to pay all y'all. And what if I didn't make enough that month? I still got to pay all y'all.
Shit, you go even further than that. You know how NBA and NFL teams work? If I give somebody a guaranteed contract for $150 million, that means the owner has to have $150 million he puts in escrow. That means he just took, that's why you have to have a certain amount of money to even become in a conversation to be an owner. Because if I go and sign Jack to a $165 million deal, guaranteed $150, I have to put that $150 million in escrow, and it has to be available if it's the duration of his contract. Because if it's not, now you're looking at what happened to the Mets.
Everybody wants to be the boss until they find out how much it costs.
Amen.
And then they like, man, I didn't know, bro. Y'all, dog, I don't worry about who owns it. Drake didn't own none of his shit in the beginning. He owns it now. 2 Chainz didn't own none of his shit in the beginning. Usher didn't own none of his shit. He owns it now. Chris Brown didn't own none of it. The problem we having is we're so focused on the story of ownership and making sure it's black, we're missing the big part. Did you fucking win? Because I'd much rather have 100%. I'd much rather have 50% of $1 million than 100% of nothing. But I own it. It's mine. It's mine. No, it's mine. Don't make it. But it has no value. But dog, let's get to the next one. I got you. I'll just.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that insight. We get it now.
Huh?
Okay.
No, Jeff Bezos don't even own. He owns like 4% of.
It's like 13, 14%.
Right,
Yeah, like, come on, man. This man's one of the richest. He's one of the richest men in the world. You think ownership? He don't give a fuck.
Right.
So we focus on the wrong thing.
But we are. That's why we're losing, because we're focused. The most important thing that we should focus on is not ownership. It's winning. Because if you know how to win, mind you, Michael Jordan didn't become a billionaire from playing basketball, but he was the best. So because he was the best, boom, sneakers I got on right now. He owned the team and sold it. He's a billionaire because he won. That's why he's a billionaire. He's not a billionaire because he owned the Bulls. Now, the new day is like, man, Michael Jordan's making all the money for the Bulls and he don't even own a piece of it. What? The fuck are we talking about? His job is to help them win. He won and then he gets everything from that. We got to start looking at things 360 rather than looking at it from the straight ownership standpoint, because that's dumb. Like I made more money for shit that I didn't own. I own shit, but I made more money for what I didn't own because I had a percentage. And that percentage comes to me regardless.
I like it. Makes sense. Okay, so 50 Cent's back in headlines because he hit a female radio host in the head with a microphone. It wasn't on purpose. This was after he had been handed several microphones that were not working, and he kind of flinged the microphone.
He ain't fling it. He threw that bitch.
Well, he tossed it.
He ain't toss it. He threw that bitch like a pitcher in the MLB. Like he wanted that mic, he wanted to break the mic.
Whose fault is this? So is it like the productions team fault? Like how does that?
It's 50's fault.
Right,
because bottom line is he been doing this 20 years.
That's what I was gonna ask.
It's gonna be technical difficulties,
right.
And now him throwing that mic is gonna cost him a whole lot of money because he put a hole in that girl head.
Right. So should he be paying her medical bills?
100%.
Nigga,
right?
No, she don't want that.
More.
Some lawyer came in and said,
you
we'll pay your
know.
medical bills.
But
you just heal. We gonna go get that money from him.
Yeah, now you gotta act traumatized. I can't go to live performances anymore. I'm scared a mic might hit me. She's about to get a bag for all types of stuff.
She about to come up. That's what I'm saying. But he should have. He know he was wrong. He know he was. Like he been doing this shit long enough. He know.
Is there a way he could get ahead of it? Like say he offers her medical bills before lawyers get involved.
What's that? The head of it would have been not throwing the mic.
I mean, that's why they
got ahead of it.
They said he Cardi beat her.
You gotta remember that's why they got insurance too. So it may not come out.
It might not come out of his pocket, but she gonna get paid.
So Ray, what I will say though, like 50 was dead ass wrong, but there are instances where artists, like, people gotta understand when you come to a show, like, there's a certain level of respect you gotta have for people, because these are still people too. So when you got a nigga that's on the edge of the stage and you start trying to grab his private areas. You trying
Hold
to
on, what happened? That happened?
Like,
yeah,
he's like, wait.
I've literally been at a show and I've seen like women like they're really aggressive and they'll do stuff and it's like, that's not the type of time I'm on. Like I'm here to entertain you and to like this is my job. I don't walk up to your job and slap you on the ass.
That's all like guys who crowd surf and jump in there. I'd be like, are people not grabbing and like?
Oh no, it gets wicked, but so it's like there's a fine line between it when it comes to a fan. Like you got to understand too that these are human beings that are entertaining you. So you have to give them a certain level of respect. But I've seen some wild shit happening in the mosh pits, on crowd surfing, on the front of the stage, snatching chains. Like, come on, bro. Like, I don't come to your job and take your shit off your desk. Like, don't do this at my job.
I agree. Geez, I forgot what I was gonna say. Okay. So Cardi B and Meg are dropping new music on Friday. Do we think this is a good look for Cardi? Like, should she be teaming up with Meg right now? And should Meg be putting out music? So I wouldn't say it was so soon after it, but is this a good time and space for Meg to be putting out music? Anybody want to take this?
It's a good time to put out music for anybody if the story is right.
Is the story right? So for Cardi B, whose
song is it?
It's Cardi's song featuring Meg.
WAP was Meg's song or Cardi's song?
It was Meg's song.
Well,
keep going. I'm looking at it.
Yeah. So with everything that's going on, this is going to be Meg's first return officially to putting out music. And Cardi did tell us that she wasn't putting out no music until her album came, but I guess this was already in the works.
No, that's what I said. When I said when the artists say I'm coming with music, they coming. They that's already set up. Artists don't put their foot in their mouth when they get to that level. That shit is done.
But is it smart for her to be working with Meg? Because right now everybody in the industry is trying to figure out where they standing with this Meg tour.
What was Cardi B song?
Cardi's record.
And this is another Cardi record.
I mean, I think like in all actuality, like they had a formula that worked before WAP, so like they have the fan base. They know that so nobody gives a fuck what happened yesterday. Honestly, nobody cares.
Home
like
runs don't
it's
win
like
today's game.
No, over time, like people tend to forget. Like, she's still an artist. If she's still gonna work in that space, you gotta look at her as anybody else that's had something happen in that situation. Mind you, I have empathy and sympathy for the entire situation, but she's still in the business. She has to be ready and prepared to put it out, get the backlash, get whatever it is from this record. So I think
she gotta come with an album. She gotta come now. Bottom line, artist, listen. The music industry is in trouble, and we need the superstars to save the day. That's the bottom line. They're like, no more features. I remember when we were signed to Interscope. That's what I learned. I learned this. So we signed to Akon. We signed to him. We have a song with Akon on it. And we're on Interscope, and we go to SRC, Akon's label, and they don't clear it. Why didn't they clear it? Because they was like, we can't get an album from him, but he keeps giving all his songs to Interscope. So remember, Bone Thugs and Harmony, I Try So Hard. He did the record with Snoop. No, that was his record. That's That. No, he did a record with Snoop. He did the record with what's the record? Escape, Sweet Escape with Gwen Stefani. He did the Cardi, Cardinal official record. So Interscope, he was making Interscope a whole lot of money. And SRC was like, hello, we over here, we're your label. Can we get an album? And it was like, no, that's why he was supposed to be on the Lady Gaga Just Dance record. That's why Kobe O'Donnell's got on it. Because they wouldn't clear him on it. His own artist.
Petty as hell.
Well, it's not petty, it's the business is separate. If you SRC, you like, I appreciate you going, but every artist runs out of time eventually. You know, and that happened to Akon, you know, and every artist runs out of time. So they was just like, man, can you come over here and give us what we need also? So they didn't clear us. So it's always some shit with artists in this shit. I'm pretty sure they probably told Cardi, you dropping an album. No more features.
Well, they got to remember, too, that Nicki just dropped last week.
What I got?
I mean, it's competition. Nicki just dropped last week. She just dropped a single and the album's coming.
Is the single good?
It's dope. Shout out to
But
ATL
competition is good though.
Rush D.
I think Nicki and Cardi should drop an album the same day, like 50 and Kanye did. I just think that if you, because every fan base is gonna come out rampant and start sharing and start not even buying no more. It's crazy. Just
that
listening.
would be a crazy showdown, like the Barbs
Who
versus
wins?
Barty.
Who wins?
Oh my God, the music.
Who wins?
People.
On Twitter?
Cardi,
on
Cardi B and Nicki Minaj drop an album the same day. Who has a bigger
labels.
week sales?
Oh, like in real life, Nicki.
So I'm not gonna lie to you.
Nicki.
So this is
The
so.
Barbs do not play.
So hold on. So if it's a competition, if I'm Nicki, I'm gonna be like, hey Drake, give me the best records you got in your arsenal that I can be featured on.
And you know Drake
If
gonna
I'm
go
Cardi,
hard.
I'm like, hey, baby.
Offset.
I'm going down the line and like all the young hot niggas.
Who wins?
Nicki.
I ain't ask you who gonna do
It's gonna be
what.
tough.
My
Who
vote is for
wins?
Nicki. I vote for Nicki. I vote
Cardi.
I vote Nicki. I vote Nicki.
I personally think Cardi will pull it off. However, I know it's like if they go down the right path of taking the right features, it's gonna be a heavyweight fight.
But then back to the initial question about Meg, like why should she be putting out music or not? All attention is good attention, right? So if she's getting bad attention right now, it's still going to be in her favor. She's still going to win.
Right. She's still going to be headlines. It's still, no matter what, it's going to be in front of the people.
Yep. Plus, people want to hear from her.
I mean, I think that head to head would be kind of crazy, but Nicki don't need no help though.
Why?
All right, that's cap. Jack, that's cap.
Nicki don't need no help.
cap.
Why?
Jack. Because shout out to the. Well, I'm not even gonna get into it. I love the bar. I mean, yeah.
I'm just
I love
asking.
bars.
I'm
not
asking
going
the
to come
question.
back here.
Why
I don't
doesn't
know,
she?
no
Why
Barty
doesn't
gang
she
will
need
chew
help?
your
I don't want no
Class up.
smoke.
Why doesn't she need help? I want to know.
So you
Give
say,
him the
when you
mic.
say no
I want to
help,
ask
no
him.
features.
He said she don't need help. Why don't she need help?
Well, because as we already know, she's dropped more records, she sold more records, and I think she's a bigger artist than Cardi. You know what I'm saying? So, got to. Or close.
No, Nicki does not have a diamond record, my brother.
Nicki doesn't have one record bigger than Cardi's one album.
Okay.
So
I'm just saying don't stop. Nicki is the first artist in history. I know female rapper, but I think artist in history to have every song on her album go get certified.
You mean Cardi?
Cardi, I'm sorry, Cardi. Yeah, Cardi. Cardi's the first artist in history to have every song on her album certified. Who needs help?
Well, I think it's gonna be an interesting thing to look at.
But they're not gonna go. I'm just saying. I think if they go head to head, I think Nicki wins. If they go head to head, I think she wins by like 1,000 records. Can I tell you why?
It's going to be a close call.
What is Cardi fans called?
Barty gang.
I didn't know that. Did you know that? Did you know that?
Yeah. You
You knew it, but I knew it, but I didn't know it like I know
I'm
the
sorry.
Barbs.
Like I know I don't want no
Like,
smoke
you
with
know
bars
the
on Twitter.
Beehive.
That's my point.
You know
the Beehive. So
Barbs.
that's why I'm
I
like,
see what you're saying.
I think Nicki fans just stream that because you gotta remember to make album sales. All you gotta do is put your phone. Listen. I could be streaming an album right. I'm actually streaming something right now as I'm talking to y'all. It's just low. They getting paid for it. It was my record, by the way. That's our record. Sierra Level Up. But I'm saying, I didn't even know I was streaming that. But the point is that them Barbs is gonna do everything they gotta do to cheat the
promise you.
process.
That's why I'm like, besides the fact that I think like
I gotta ask a question.
Nicki does make really good music and might make a little bit better music. Cardi's music is more hits and fun and radio, but I really think Nicki one bar for bar could out rap Cardi.
Of course.
And I just think that Nicki's fan base is a little bit stronger than Cardi's fan base. So that's
Cardi
what
is more like than Nicki. Nicki just have a Cardi is the Democrats.
You said
Nicki is the
like?
Republican.
She's more like. She's
Nicki is a
definitely way more
Republican.
like.
You said Cardi's more like.
No, Nicki is a Republican.
We hate the
and Cardi is the Democrats. You want to know the difference? The Republicans, Democrats need to fall in love. Republicans fall in line. Nicki's fans is gonna show the fuck up, whether it's good or bad. Cardi's more popular. She's popular because she's more likable.
Yeah.
But you're looking at the hand like this. I'm looking at the hand like this. This is Nicki.
But
It's
Nicki's looked at as a mean girl.
She's
not more
looked at like that by everybody except for the fucking Barbs. That's what I'm saying. You missed the point. Just because we don't like her or people don't like her don't mean that there's not 10 million people in the world right now who will die for
I
her.
voted for Nicki.
So you're saying the Barbs are an asset to Nicki versus...
Yes,
Okay.
because I'm saying like Cardi has fans.
No, that's a cult. Yeah, the Barbs is a cult. Listen.
Cardi has fans. I got to ask a question though. It's two ladies here. I'm just curious. Why can't the biggest females get along?
Because you're put against each other from the beginning. in every aspect, even if it's at work, no matter what it is, females are automatically, there's always, you're trained to think that there's not room for two of y'all at the table. So it's always, they're compared, when females come out, no matter what music they put out, no matter what they're working on, honestly, they're immediately compared to somebody else that's in that field or something like that. Like other people, like you say rap is a comparison sport and it's a competitive sport, so you got to be used to it. But I think females, no matter what room they're in, they automatically are put up against each other.
But
like,
you know what's funny? All the younger female artists are getting along.
Because they learn from the beef between Lil' Kim and Foxy, Nicki
Why
and
they
Cardi.
getting along?
They learning.
Because they're actually friends. Like
they created new
Gloss,
spaces.
they're all actual friends.
Yeah,
like,
well, they came up together.
But I'm saying, so like, I think.
But
too,
aside
like,
from them, all the rap girls that generation are getting along. They learned the power of sticking together that you've always spoke about. That Nicki and Cardi didn't get, that Lil' Kim and Foxy didn't get.
It's a couple.
Do it again.
I mean, I won't put it out there because I'm obviously in the music business and I respect our code. But it's a lot of females right now that don't like each other. Yeah. Females that y'all think are friends right now that are beefing right now don't like each other. Because if all the girls, if Nicki and Cardi headlined the tour, they could do stadiums.
Crazy.
Absolutely.
How much money is in that?
100%.
Why are they not doing it? Women don't like each other.
More
Go
money
ahead.
in beef? Didn't y'all say that?
I feel like society puts it out there that women are catty against each other, but at the end of the day, you also have to realize that certain women have certain mentalities as well. So where certain women are going to get along, in other senses, some women aren't going to get along. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot that goes into it as well.
Mm-hmm. And I also think Nicki gets a bad rep because when she came in, there wasn't a lot of space for people like respecting female in the game. So she fought so hard to be in certain rooms that.
And I believe that she wants everyone to come behind her to bow down.
Yes, that's what she wants because she worked hard.
And they was like, bitch, we ain't bowing down to you.
Yeah.
You ain't our queen.
She expected
And I think that's where all draws from. She like, by the way, she's not wrong.
She's not.
I deserve that credit.
I agree.
She created the genre.
She's why people even want to. Well, Lil' Kim had a lot to do with it too, but like people
Don't
are
say too
more
much about
willing
Kim.
to. I don't even want to start that.
Jacob
one.
York will goddamn call me and talk to me for 3 goddamn hours about everything Kim did compared to. So let's not bring Kim up.
But just saying, like she did definitely like growing up in rap and being able to see both Lil' Kim and Nicki Minaj. Like I came in right on the cusp of it. I see both of their influence, and I could see what Nicki did versus what Kim did. Both of them, there would be no female rap without either one of them. So Fox too. Fox
Why doesn't Foxy Brown get acknowledged?
I can't answer.
I really like. I want to know
That's
why.
a New York question.
Yeah, Jack.
Nah, it can't be because you gotta remember in the '90s it was Foxy and Kim. Did you know that they were in a group together?
Thelma and Louise. It just never came out.
You gotta put the mic to.
But anyway, I think Fox is awesome. I actually worked with her before, so she's a super sweetheart. She's not like how everybody depicts her to be, but I think
She did throw a shot at Kim for being in the second row, the second level of a Drake concert. She did get. I'm just saying she did throw a shot at her when Kim wasn't sitting front row. She said, "You sit in the audience."
This is a little known fact. Actually, Fox is a mentor for Nick.
I want to know the question. No, we have a way of not answering questions, right? You heard me, Shayna? Like, it's a very simple question.
I really can't answer that. I think just with
how many in New York, like this is the thing. This is why a lot of the Southern rappers work longer and have it works. Outside of Jay, I'm not going to say that.
I have a question. Go ahead.
We champion and we continue to keep champion our artists. New York seems to like you get a little high streak and then it's like, all right, he not the king of New York.
Nah, but Juju, but you miss it. Hold on, you missing it though. In the '90s, it was 2. Nicki, it was Kim and Foxy. Mm-hmm. It's like Foxy doesn't even exist anymore. She don't even like nobody's fighting for her, and I want to know why. I think I have a theory. I think it has something to do with colorism.
Well, I
think it has a little something to do with that. Am I tripping?
It may be.
Shit, Jay.
But you gotta also remember, Fox kind of got sick and she had a bad rep.
Bro, so did Lauryn Hill, but we love her. I'm
did
asking.
Lauryn Hill get sick, or did she just like?
She got mental sickness is a sickness, bro.
Okay. If you put it like that,
mental sickness is a sickness.
But I think that was more of a choice for Lauryn Hill. I don't think it was like. I
don't think it was a choice. I don't think she.
Hearing.
So you don't want to address why Foxy ain't what she need to be.
What more do I need to address?
I wasn't a fan. I mean, I wasn't a fan. I wasn't a fan of neither one like that.
Generation and
like I liked them, but I couldn't tell you like outside of their singles. I couldn't tell you they records. Like I don't listen to female rap.
I also think too, you know, it was kind of confusing with Fox because like, you know, first she had like the J kind of piggyback, and then she had the Nas thing,
and Kim had the Biggie piggyback,
right.
and she had the Puff thing,
right? And then yeah, and then you know,
he's not buying it. He wants a clear cut answer.
It's no listen. It's no clear cut answers. She just ain't hot.
I tell you.
Tell me.
Kim understood branding way more than Foxy did.
Because don't forget, Kim also got surgery and lightened her skin.
Kim,
that's what I was gonna say. They weren't that far apart from each other.
I think Kim understood branding
a
little bit more than Foxy did. Like she just understood like where the business was going and how to become a product.
But in that,
y'all are being nice. Y'all about to
in
tell
that
the truth.
time, wait, I want to go to the colorism thing.
You know what it is.
No, I don't agree with colorism because back in the 90s, that's when everybody was that type of dark-skinned fly girls. They were in. Like
we in 2023 though. We ain't talking about did they we know they loved in the 90s. I'm asking why didn't that love carry in the 2020s?
Oh, because you only get to pick one person to represent kind of.
That's who? Big Daddy Kane, Rakim. Big Daddy Kane and Rakim from the 80s, and we still love them.
One female at the table, so they picked Little Kim to represent.
We
that
started
time.
off this
Just like
talking
in
about
history,
two females doing a song together. We can dodge it all we want.
Okay, but in history, they're gonna pick either Cardi B or Nicki Minaj to represent
No, they're not.
Thing. Just like
20 years from now, they're gonna be like Cardi and Nicki. Nobody's gonna forget about neither one.
Well, Foxy should have made more of an impact then. I don't know what to
She
tell
did
you.
though. She had hits.
What is her impact? What was her contribution to female rap?
She had bars.
So did Little Kim. Little Kim was sexy and had bars. That was her
So
contribution.
Kim was
faction, sexy bars.
I think Kim was more of a brand. I personally, I just think Kim was more of a brand.
I'm not jacking colorism. That's all I'm saying.
I think it has something to do with color. My personally, I just think it's something to do with it. Jay, you're not here.
So moving forward.
By the way, we didn't get no resolve. It's okay. Foxy, you're welcome to come on the show and let's ask her.
Okay, well, that wasn't a good answer. All right, let's ask her. Yeah, there we go. AI generated song by Drake and The Weeknd, Heart on My Sleeve, has been submitted for a Grammy consideration. Should it be eligible for the Grammys? This is a song that was pulled from streaming services because it's AI generated. So should it be considered for a Grammy? Everybody's welcome to answer this.
The guy that did it was on our show. We got to drop that soon.
I personally feel like AI generated music, like I don't have an issue with it. I don't have an issue with it. Like you were smart enough to figure out programming to make a song and put it into the music business, put it into the music economy to generate revenue. I don't have an issue with it.
So who owns it? AI?
Whoever programmed it, whoever created it owns it. So the problem now you have, the major issue is, are you submitting it as a Drake record and Weeknd, or are you submitting it as
That's exactly what I was going to ask.
So now that's a whole different.
It's coming as ghostwriter, so he's submitting it because it was human made.
Give him a fucking. So this is the thing, I can't copyright your voice. I can sound just like Ray. You would be like, hey, bro, like Ray can't say Juju. You shouldn't talk that way. That's my tone. So the thing now is where you have the biggest issue in copyright, you can't copyright Drake's voice. You can copyright his likeness. You can, if I say this is a Drake record or this is Al Man record, I'm literally referencing him, and now I'm referencing him. I'm referencing The Weeknd. You can't copyright somebody's voice though. So that's why if he puts it as ghostwriter, hey, you found a way to cook the books and finesse the system, my boy. Congratulations.
I want to ask a question. Why everybody so mad at you on the internet right now?
Man,
it's time to break the ice, right?
It's time to break the ice.
So let me give you a little background. So Juju comes on the show, and he's a by the way, I said it on my post. I'm gonna say it to you. You're brilliant. Thank you. He comes up with a brilliant take about 30-year-old rappers, and he has about 2,000 comments of people who hate him because he said it. They calling him names, getting death threats on him and everything.
This nigga be fired. They like this nigga be fired next week.
What happened, Juju? Can we talk?
So the funny thing is, and I'm super like, I'm very analytical, right? So I start getting the comments and stuff, and I interact with it because I know it's gonna make the post go a little bit more like I'm interacting. So I actually clicked on half you niggas' posts, and I went to your page. I can break down why some of you niggas aren't gonna be successful and why you should stop taking.
Let's focus on. We're gonna get on that. But I want to focus on why 30-year-old rappers
So
are gonna have it hard. I want you to drill down on why 30-year-old rappers have it hard.
Right? So
the
idea of saying if an artist there's a person, right? They're working at the Ford plant and you're 27 years old and tomorrow you're like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm about to go become a rapper. I'm gonna go to the studio, lock in. Hey, big bro, send me some beats. And you think you about to blow up. Bro, stop that shit. You're not gonna blow up. You're about to turn 30. You've never even attempted to do this shit in your life. You don't even have 10 friends that you can rub together that can tell you I'm dead ass, straight up. You don't have 10 friends that are gonna support shit you done. Nigga, you can't even sell a pair of socks to a nigga on the sidewalk. And you want to enter a market that has 840,000 songs coming out in a month? Like, come on, bro.
A month, that's a week.
A week? Actually, a week? 840,000 a week? And you're sitting there, you want to argue with a nigga like me who gets paid? I get a fucking salary to sign niggas and break niggas.
So do you think it's totally impossible or highly improbable?
No. I got the answer. Let's talk about what makes it hard for 30-year-old artists to make it.
So,
you want me to help you? Because I can help you.
I'll just start.
Okay, so okay, go ahead.
So, 30 years old, right? You got a job now, nigga, because you got to pay your bills.
Hopefully
you got a job.
You should have bills, and you should be paying them.
You should have bills. You should be paying them. Hopefully, you might have a family. You might got some situation going on. Got kids, something. You got to support that. You also enter the work field, nigga. You don't even have the time. You don't have the mental capacity, nigga. Your libido is gone, nigga. It's shot. You have no fucking straight up. You have no fucking energy to do shit. Why? Because you probably an out of shape motherfucker that pull up to the club. You don't work out. Like nigga, you don't even understand how to put two things together to make a brand. So like now, so we want to take that even a little bit further, bro. You're unfucking coachable. Like literally, you've lived enough life for you to think you know how to tell me how to do my job, and you've never done it.
I'm gonna jump in. If you're 30 and you, by the way, I partially agree with. I said that on the show. If you're 30 and you haven't made it by then, there's your answer. Now, there are some people, 2 Chainz, Benny the Butcher, who made it later, but though 2 Chainz for a fact was Titty Boys in his 20s and became 2 Chainz in his 30s. That's why he made it.
And Disturbing the Peace.
He was already signed. He already had a hit out in his 20s, so don't use him, right? Rick Ross is older, but you got to also look at what he was talking about. He
signed a slip and slide too.
And he was signed to Suave House. So he was in the game. Yep. We are talking about niggas that ain't in the game, that ain't made money from the game. If you ain't made money from the game at 30, something is wrong. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't get it right. I'm not hating.
That's a fact.
But if you didn't make money from rap in your 20s and you're in your 30s, that means you failed at some point.
And
or you've quit.
You know the common argument you hear? Bro, I don't have the proper team. I don't got the proper people around me. It's like, bro, you don't have no fucking friends. Like your friends clearly don't support your fucking career. So I'm not trying to sell you shit. I'm telling you the truth. Like you have to be able to. You can't even connect with people, bro. Like bro, if you weren't cool in high school, bro, you're not gonna be cool now, bro. Like just settle for who you are as a person. Be real with yourself. Look in the mirror and become real.
And another thing that makes it hard is that as you get older, when you're younger, you're more eager to listen, improve, and show. As you get older, you become more comfortable with who you are. Who you are didn't make it. So you have to be willing to be open to being someone else, i.e. Titty Boy, 2 Chainz, right? Like Frank Ocean was signed to Def Jam as yes, it's a difference. Like these dudes, like there is a way to win. If you haven't won by your time you're 30, it's your fault you haven't, and it's your job to change it. And the fact that they were arguing with you shows why they didn't make it.
And you're probably setting your ways, not understanding even how to leverage the tools you have in front of you. Like you probably don't know how to leverage social media properly. You don't understand how to get engagement, how to get interaction. You don't understand why you shouldn't be putting an album cover up with you got wings on your back with a gradient background. Like, nigga,
but it's something else I want to address, and I want to talk about talent. I want to say this to talent. I know y'all don't believe this. I know it for everybody listening. I know that y'all don't believe this, but I can tell everything about you by how you dress. I know we don't talk about that.
That's real.
I can meet a producer and I could tell by how he dress, because we communicate who we are. If I see an artist. And if music is trendy, always been trendy. And you can create trends in your 30s, but you have to be open to creating trends. So artists be looking like, man, I ain't made it. And I'm looking at you like, I could tell why. I could look, and it's not saying that it looks bad. It's just like, you can't hide who you are. Whether your beard is nappy or your shirt might be too big or your chain might be too big for where you're at in life. It's a lot of things that you tell us about yourself that you don't think you're telling us. You think, man, wait till I play my music. Nigga, I already know what it sounds like.
He's dead ass. Like,
I already know what it sounds like. I can look at you and tell what it sounds like.
What's even crazy, what artists got to understand is, nigga, I'm a talent too, bro. Like, my ear, the
exactly.
way I'm a talent in the business, bro. So I can sit there and I can tell you if you're going to be a star or not in the first 5 minutes, how you interact with the person you walked in the room with.
And under that, and you can tell by the anger, it is certain things that happy people don't do. Happy people don't go online and take time out their day. Now, mind you, I see 20 posts a day on Instagram that I'm like, what the fuck? But I don't take time to write a paragraph about what the fuck. Like, so the fact that you're taking time out your busy schedule to say, this nigga is stupid, he don't know what he's talking about, people like him say, dog, you are projecting. You just told me everything you experienced. If someone called me ugly, it wouldn't bother me. But if you call somebody ugly who thought they was ugly, nigga, you better get ready to fight. Some other ugly motherfuckers coming at your ass. Bringing all the ugly with them.
Bruh.
You know what I'm trying to say? Yes. So when you are triggered by something, Jay, when you hear dark skin, when you're triggered, you are letting us know how you feel.
Then they hit you with the philosophical bullshit. That's the spew of the white man in the business.
Oh,
you're
my
fucking
God.
up the business.
Niggas hit you with that?
It's like, nigga said, bro,
man, you got to go read them. Man, they called him everything but the devil.
You're the reason the business is going the way it's going. It's not maturing. Hey, fuck, nigga. We just broke 2 artists. We just broke 2 artists this year. Like, I'm gonna pop my shit. Like, if I gotta pop shit, the pop shit,
bruh.
I'm gonna pop.
Bruh, let me tell you something. If you want to be successful as an artist and you haven't made it at 30, here's my advice. Ask everybody you know what's wrong with you. Give them a chance to just let go. No, seriously. Like, just roast. Like, what's wrong? And everything they say is what the world sees.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Because it's like, just ask somebody like, yo, bro, like, man, my best friend passed away, Slow. This is the best moment I've ever had with him. Slow was rapping. I was on. Slow comes to me. He plays me his song. He's in the car. He's playing me a song. And mind you, he's my best friend. But he knows me. So even if I'm bobbing my head a little bit, he knows. That's that fake ass Ray Bob. That's that fake. Nigga, you did that for the other nigga that like, I know that. So he's playing me his music. And I'm in the car and I'm like, then he just stops. I look at him like, what's wrong, bro? Man, let me ask you a question. Am I going to make it? I said, man, hell no. He said, I'm working for you now. And literally, he became a successful manager.
Right. So what's funny is hell, I just
that
seen
really happened.
I just seen a clip on IG, bro, and it's so funny. It's so funny how the universe works in mysterious ways, right? So somebody hit me. I ain't going to call his name. Somebody hit me. I was like, hey, bro, I work with this new artist. Bro, he's such and such brother. You should tap in with him. I don't give a fuck who brother he is. First of all, is the music good? Bro sends me the music. I said, bro, this shit is awful. God. 2 days later, I see a clip, him arguing with his sister and his niece. You motherfuckers don't support me.
I saw that clip. Who was that clip? I saw that clip.
And I said, bro.
Who was that clip, Tamira? Tell us.
Why would you? We all know who it is now. Toya, Lil Wayne baby
you,
mother, and Regine. You made the block hot. He made the block hot.
That's great. That's amazing.
But the reality,
nigga, he needs to make a song about not being supported.
I'm about to say, but the funny part is, it's like that same thing comes full circle. We talk about artists,
you just
right?
killed. You just
your closest circle.
Hold on, stop. Flag on the play. You just killed the nigga. You literally single-handedly just killed the nigga.
I wasn't trying to smoke him.
But Tamira helped. Tamira was accessible. Tamira was accessory to the crime.
Ray was over here like, who is
it? I'm like, who, nigga? But
that goes back to my point, bro. If your inner circle won't support the fuck you got going on,
that's a sign.
Fuck do you think it's gonna make me think it's even better? Like, bro, talent is talent. Like, you either got it or you don't. You either got the star potential or don't. You either, like, you don't have to be able to write a record, but are you an entertainer? Because this is the music business. This is entertainment. Can you entertain somebody? If you can't even do that, it's like, bro, shit.
But there is a reason
I'm crying.
Why you are 30 and you haven't made a check from it. That's all I'm saying. There is a reason. And it's not, now mind you, if it was 20 years ago, oh my God, there's so many, I didn't get looked. I was in Indiana and no one knew me. That's cool. But in 2023, there is a reason why you haven't made it at the age of 30.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
What about time? So we saying 30 is too late, but what if you've been doing this for 10 years? And let's say you started at 15 and now you're 25 years old. You've been doing this for 10 years and you still didn't break. But you could be somebody that's
Hold on,
25.
say that again.
Like, how long should you be invested?
I'm going to tell you why. Okay, so let me tell you. I got the answer.
10 years.
So if you look at history, Beyonce, Usher, name great artists, y'all. Her. Just give me a great artist. Who? Chris Brown. Bieber. Rihanna, Michael Jackson, Prince, Aaliyah. Oh, that's a good one. Aaliyah. I forgot about Aaliyah. Kelly Rowland. Let's look at them. Let's look at all these artists. The artists have one thing in common. They all got signed when they was teenagers. And they all hit their peak 10 years into the teenage years. Think about it, right? Michael Jackson made Thriller when he was 24. Usher made Confessions when he was 24. You got to give yourself time. If you didn't make it by 30, I'm going to keep stressing this. There is a fucking reason. And it's not Juju's fault. It's not Ray's fault. It's not the world's fault. It is your fault.
Something's not clicking.
You weren't good enough. I had a friend that I was so close with, another friend, we were so close. And we stopped talking for 10 years because I told him that. I was like, bro, you can't rap. And he was like, and he told everybody and their mama, everybody in College Park, Raymond don't want to help me. He don't want to help me. Nigga, I helped you.
I
told you wasn't good. To me, that's the best help you can tell somebody is the truth.
Let me tell you how bad it is, bro. I got family members that'll call me and be like, hey, your nephew trying to rap or your little cousin trying to rap. I don't told my uncle, I said, bro, tell that nigga to stop. He got a list, bro. Nobody want to hear that bullshit he talking about. Like straight up, not even being funny. He can't put words together properly. Like, bro, he don't need to rap, bro. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but there's still work on it. This is a perfect.
You know what you got to say? And here's another thing. Because I'm pretty sure everybody up here there's a song that's great that we don't like. I mean, not a great. There's a song that's a hit that we don't like. Mm-hmm. Music is subjective. I don't like your shit. I don't. There's 7 billion other people in the world that might. They don't either, though. That's why you ain't where you want to be. Because if they did, you wouldn't care what. Like, do you think any artist, any artist that's working, they don't ask you what you think about their music? Here's a sign, guys. I'm going to give you some free game. If you're asking people what they think, you still don't believe in it yet. Because if you really believe in it, you don't give a fuck what no one thinks. You're like, this shit gonna work. I don't care what none of y'all say. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So Ray, what's funny is even we got that comment. There's 7 billion people in the world, bro. Your music is subjective. Okay, nigga, we'll go find 100,000 people.
How come you only have 3,000 followers? Yeah. How's your Instagram private? How come when I go to your shit, I don't see nothing that says you do music?
Oh my God.
The only way I know some of y'all do music because you got a link in the bio and I click the link and I'm like, oh, he raps.
I
didn't even know he rapped.
Damn, we got 3 people there. I know you probably 4 people live in your household. Your kid won't even listen to it. God damn.
Not the kids.
Nobody? Bro, support is overrated. But I will say this: I'm creating a community, and I'm gonna make you a part of it, where I'm gonna help artists win because you can win as a 30-year-old plus rapper, but you have to make changes with urgency immediately. Absolutely. And if you can make those changes, I mean, it might be your haircut, it might be they don't like your beard, it might be you look like a gangster, but you're rapping about. It's a lot of reasons why. Take a holistic, or you can call us, holler at us. We have this thing we do called brand audit. It costs, by the way. Shayna charges for this, but we have this thing called brand audit where if you want to learn what you're doing wrong or what you're doing right, then it works. Bro, look at this podcast when we started fucking a year ago. Nigga, me and Tamira you thought we was in a jail asylum the way we was talking.
It looks crazy.
The fucking street.
When you look back on
but guess what? They was fucking with it. They was fucking with it. Nobody said, man, why is the screen, why is the logo look like that? Nobody said, that's what people be thinking. Man, I just need a shot. Bro, you had it. You have it every day. We seen it. We didn't like it. I tell people, if you double a penny 30 times, you ever heard this? I told you this?
No,
I told you this.
I know the concept, though.
Okay, you know this, Jack? Okay, so if you double a penny 30 times, you know this concept? How much money do you think you get if you double a penny? You take 1 penny and you multiply it times 2. So the next day you have 2 cents. Next day you have 4 cents. By the time 30 days is up, how many pennies you get? How much money you have? Just guess. $300, right? That's what I would think. 5.3 million. Yes, double the penny 30 times, you're gonna get 5.3 million.
I need that immediately.
Can I tell you what that? but here's what I'm trying to get. Here's the point of that. The point of that is, if you have one fan, tomorrow you should have two, and if you do that consistently for 30 days, you'll have 5.3 million fans.
Ray, let me look.
Actually, more than that, by the way, because I'm starting at 1 and not 0.01.
Good point.
So it's actually, if we actually start, and you're giving you ahead of time.
You make it even nicer. It's like, bro, I'm not telling you if you 30 you can't make it. Like, bro, but if you a truck driver, nigga, next time you pull up to the stop, man, get your friends that are at the truck stop to listen to your shit. This is your immediate people. Like, use your resources around you.
And that's another thing. I'm gonna get some more advice. It was this girl I was hanging out with, and she told me she was an artist. I was like, oh, okay, that's dope. You're an artist. So I go to her Instagram. They had her pinned video, 3 pinned videos of her just like, she was an attractive girl being sexy. All of them had a music attached to it. None of the music attached to it was hers. What the fuck are we doing, man?
It's like the basics.
What the
we
fuck
leave
are
in
we
the basics.
Bro, what the fuck are we doing? That's my problem. That's why I think the frustration comes from us. People like us, because we kind of sit back and we like, man, like, you think I don't want to win with you? You artists listening, you think we don't want to win? I'm praying that the next Michael Jackson walk in my office. Guess what I'm gonna have when I say that? 100 niggas saying I'm Michael Jackson. Guess the first question I ask them? How old are you?
30.
23. Nigga, Michael Jackson was on Thriller by the time he was 23. Right. The next Michael Jackson is 9 years old, my nigga. The next Michael Jackson is 9.
Are labels signing younger kids though? Because I don't see a lot of like teenagers coming out.
Lil Pump got signed when he was 17.
Little who? Okay.
All artists, that's what I'm saying. Like, artists get signed their kids. 16? But my point is this.
Said I can't even go. My mama got to approve. He put a bar.
Bro, stop saying you the next somebody if you ain't where that person was when they started. You ain't the next Beyonce, baby girl. You 17. By the time Beyonce was 17, she had 3 or 4 platinum albums. You ain't the next Beyonce. You might be the next Maya. Not saying anything wrong with that, by the way. But you ain't the next Beyonce. You feel me?
So can we touch on that?
Let's touch on everything.
Let's put perspective on idea, right? So we had this concept, right? Dreams versus delusion, right? Mm-hmm. So you have to teeter the line of dreams and delusion. You have to teeter that fucking line, right? So like when Steve Jobs created Apple, he was like, this is gonna be an amazing fucking company. I'm going to build it. Like, there was a dream, right? Okay. But it also takes a little bit of delusion, a little bit of crazy to achieve that dream, right?
They believe that.
But then there's a spot, there reached a point in time where it's like, nigga, you either got it or you don't. And that's the part where delusion has to come into play. It's like, bro, I'm not telling you because you're 30 you're not going to make it. But, bro, you're not going to be Drake, nigga.
No, not even that. You ain't made it as who you are. You have to come back someone else.
Yes.
You have to come back. You have to reinvent yourself. You just ain't reinvented yourself because you've been the same nigga since fucking the last 8 years and you wonder why you ain't made it. You ain't made it because you ain't made a change. Bro, Rihanna had hits before the Good Girl Gone Bad album, right?
Fact.
She did. She had, but you know what? She looked like everybody else. Pretty girl with long hair. When she cut that motherfucking hair short, she became a fucking global icon. That one adjustment. Remember Future? Looked like a dope boy, Atlanta dope boy with the hat on and the bun in the back with the shades on. And then he got a little bit more money. Then he come with the fedora and the blonde tips. He like a different nigga. You gotta check. You have to reinvent yourself every album cycle as an artist. And some of y'all ain't even started an album cycle and wonder why you ain't made it. You ain't made it. And it's okay to say you're not good enough. But that doesn't mean you can't come back and be better.
Absolutely.
But I remember managing, and I don't even know I should say this, but I remember I was managing Rock City when I first started managing them. And I would, talk about them, and niggas like, oh man, them niggas ain't cute, them niggas is ugly. And I went back and I told Teron, I said, everybody saying y'all ugly.
Wow.
That's real as fuck, though.
Why the fuck? No.
That's real as hell.
Why the fuck wouldn't I? And guess what he did? He started making uglier faces on stage. He ain't try to say, how can I get cute? He played into what it was. Nothing, I don't give a fuck how ugly you are. Nothing is more confident. Nothing is more sexy than being confident.
Facts.
It's some ugly, confident motherfuckers out
Biggie
there.
Knew he was an ugly nigga.
Who?
Facts. Biggie.
Black
ugly as ever. However, he knew what you was looking at. These artists be thinking we don't see. I see. Your sneakers is dirty. I see it. That's okay to be a dirty sneaker nigga then. Be the DMX nigga. Like, nigga, be that nigga. Don't be the motherfucking dirty sneaker nigga that's trying to get. Nigga, then say I want to be that. Say I gotta be that. Say I'm gonna be that. That's cool. But don't say I am that if you ain't. Because we gonna look and tell. Bro, I could tell an artist if they confident immediately. And when they performing for me, I stare them in their eyes. Stare them in their eyes. They look away, they don't believe it. It's so easy, because I believe when you believe what you're saying, that conviction comes out. Dog, yeah, and I feel like here's a other problem with music. The music business is frustrating because you have artists, so it's not like the NBA or the NFL, right? Because like Jack Dance could feel like, man, I think I could be a running back. Okay, let's put him on the field. Give him the ball. Give him the ball 5 times in a row. Nigga ain't gain half a yard. I can't be a running back. Basketball, same thing. Music. Man, I'm good, man. I mean, are you gifted like Nas? I ain't gifted as Nas, but I'm like Soulja Boy. I'm better than Soulja Boy. So you basically ranked yourself against the lowest hanging fruit. But you don't know that Soulja Boy's gift wasn't music. His gift was marketing. So while you so worried about comparing yourself, so that's the real problem. Is so many niggas just like, if I can hit the right ear, I can win. Bro, that's not why you ain't winning. You got the right ears every day. People have heard it. They didn't like it. They went on to the next shit. Or they didn't believe it. They didn't think it was authentic. There's so many reasons why they ain't fucking with you, but they ain't fucking with you. Now you have the advantage.
Pivot, nigga.
Because now you like, damn, they ain't fucking with what I'm doing. I can pivot over here. I can try this. Who gives a fuck? You can come back with different names every day. You come be Burgundy Jack one day and that don't work. I'm Ray Daniels the next.
Nigga, you know
I'm fucking Juju the next. You can be whoever you want to be.
No
one has seen it,
bro,
my
you know
nigga.
what's funny? And shout out to this nigga because he had a hell of a pivot. And we was like, he had the world fucked up for almost a year. Royce Rizzy. This nigga went from Royce Rizzy to 24 Hours. You didn't even see this nigga. Nobody knew who the fuck 24 Hours was, but he was putting out records with Ty Dolla $ign, putting out records with Wiz. We were like, who the fuck is this? Next thing you know, I see this nigga at a show with Beta Tokyo, who's his little brother. See him at a show, and he like, oh, nigga, we pivoted, nigga. I came back and he said, nobody seen me. They had to see me. He said, they didn't know who the fuck it was. He said, but I got deals on the table.
Bro, last thing I'm going to say, and then we can go to something else. I just got to say this. Have you ever seen an entrepreneur complaining that Target ain't pushing their shit? Man, my shit in Target ain't pushing me. You ever seen that before? You ever seen an entrepreneur say, man, my shit in Walmart. I'm in the mall right now. Anybody, them motherfuckers ain't pushing me. The security ain't telling. You ain't never seen that before, right? Right? You never seen that before, right? Exactly. So that's what happened with your music, my nigga.
It's in Walmart.
They saw it. They just kept going. It ain't Walmart fault. It ain't Target fault. It's no one fault. They saw it. They came, they saw, and they kept goddamn going.
You put that same timestamp out 4 times and nobody heard it, bro. Move to the next timestamp, nigga.
It's okay.
Go to the next timestamp, nigga.
Or wait till that timestamp is relevant in time and then bring it up when it's relevant. Oh, now y'all talk about it? Now y'all talking about lyrics? I've been saying that shit. Don't even say I've been saying it for 12 years. Just drop a clip. Niggas gonna just think you had a different haircut or something. Nigga, hey, that's 12 years old. It don't matter. Justine Scott just had our first record that came out 8 years ago, went viral just recently. Bruh, give yourself a chance.
Baby Tate had a record from 4 years ago that it went, what, 2-3 times platinum?
Come on, man.
This year.
It's not hard. It's just a lot of you niggas don't. That goes back to that penny conversation. If you double a penny 30 times, you're going to get $5.3 million. If you double it 15 times, you're going to get $163. Look at the difference between that first 15 and that next 15. Y'all niggas get to that first 15 and be like, fuck it, I got to figure out something else. Nigga, you better keep going. Nigga, I've been making great money, but I didn't start feeling like I was rich until I was like 9 years in this shit because I got an aggregate of money coming in from everywhere. It's different. Nigga, come on, bro. This shit is not hard. Tamira, it's on you. Let's go.
So we're going to switch gears and go to the American Godfathers and Godmothers today because we got guests. Okay, so there is a community in Chicago that are asking gangs to stop shooting during daylight. So they want people to stop shooting from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. in order to improve the city. They think that if they give these people a time, it is less likely for children and unsupervised teenagers to be outside doing bad stuff. Do we think something like this is actually possible to enforce? And is this a good idea or a bad idea?
How many rec centers they building? How many, you got to get a kid something to do during this 12-hour block. So it's funny because I've been rewatching The Wire, right?
Oh,
love The
And
Wire.
you remember when Major, he said, y'all can hustle in these blocks.
Yep.
Y'all got these 3 blocks to hustle in.
As long as y'all stay here, we ain't gonna rush you.
We ain't gonna fuck with you.
He created a free zone.
Create a free zone, right? But then what happened? You got all these kids out here, they got time on their hands. What they had to do? Community came in, they put some basketball goals up. Now the kids, they ain't got something to do while they hustling. Then what happened like that? Oh, now we got disease is running rampant. So let's bring in the Salvation Army now to help, control that as much as we can. But the reality is you got a 12-hour window now. Get these niggas something to do. Mm-hmm. Start some work study programs. Teach them some skills. Teach them some traits. Open up some studios. Teach them.
No more studios.
No. When I say studios,
I got
teach them how to build a house.
Teach them videography. Please. Teach them everything engineering. Give them teach them skills and traits. Like,
what would you say, Godmother?
Well, I'm with you, Juju. You have to create something for the kids to do. But at the end of the day, there's always going to be something that's going to happen because, like, again, I go back to mentality. So as much as they want to try and change it, it's still going to, in the daytime or the nighttime, if something pops off and somebody has that mentality, they're going to act on that anyway, in my opinion.
And I would say we got to change this narrative where niggas is like, I didn't think I was going to make it to 21. We got to change that. Because a lot of that narrative was feeding these young kids to think that, well, if I'm not going to make it in life until I'm this age, so why do I care? Mm-hmm. I think that if kids knew, like it's like being in high school. Like when you're in high school, you're being bullied. What you don't realize is that after high school, that bully is going to be working for you. Amen. Because he was so busy bullying, he wasn't paying attention. So, you know what I'm saying? So I think the reason why all these kids are being violent is because they don't think about tomorrow. But that's why I felt I encourage you to talk. I encourage everybody. I encourage us to talk because we are showing kids that there's a way to be who you want to be. Look how we all dress how we want to be. There's a way to be who you want to be and still make money doing it. So I think a lot of the reason why these kids are acting the fuck up is because they don't think that there's something for them tomorrow. And I think that our goal is to show them what it is for tomorrow. Even if it's a rec center, like we at a rec center, when you poor, you're going to break that shit down. I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm saying you can't change the environment without changing the mindset. Mm-hmm. And until you change the mindset, I don't care where the environment is. The mindset comes, nigga, you let everybody that's in the hood and put them in the suburbs and give them nice houses. Trust me, 6 months from now, them motherfucking grasses ain't gonna be cut. Cause they got a hood mentality. There's a theory that changed my entire life. It says if let's say all the wealth in the world was divided up evenly right now, all the wealth in the world was divided up evenly right now. Huh? Yeah, no, I'm saying by the time 5 years from now, whoever was billionaires will be billionaires. Whoever was millionaires will be millionaires. Whoever was broke will be broke. It's not about money. It's not about access. It's about mentality. Agreed. Mindset. These kids don't have the right mindset. They think that's glory to them. Mm-hmm. That's glory to them. Protecting their block that they don't own. Killing somebody because they said something wrong. That's glory to them. But I had a young guy come up to me and tell me one day, little hood dude was hanging around me. And he came to me. I'll say his name, but I'll just help y'all figure out who it is. He came to me and he was like, now he came up to me and said, I got 10 for you. I'm like, the fuck it, $10? What are you talking about? He was like, 10, nigga, I'll do 10 for you right now. I'll do 10 years for you. Yeah. And guess what I said? I don't want you to do 10 for me. Bro, I want to change your life. And that dude has a #1 record right now as a songwriter.
I know he's talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? But I could have easily been like, hell yeah. Who I want to spend this 10 on? Okay. No, I was like, bro, why would I ask you to kill some? I ain't saying don't, but don't do it because you want to do it. Do it because we don't have an option at that moment. Then that's different. We got to show people there's another option. We got to show people that there's more things to do to make millions of dollars besides rap. I am a multimillionaire and I've never rapped in my life. There is a way to make millions of dollars if there's a way to become rich without rapping or killing each other. And if we don't show them that option, we at the mercy of prayers.
And I also think it's imperative to specifically teach them how to create mindsets within themselves. Because so many times they have things to do physically, but then emotionally and psychologically, they don't know how to self-talk. They don't know how to get themselves out of the pits of anxiety and depression and things of that nature too. So as much as, we want to focus on activities, we also need to focus on like mind activity as well.
Ain't no rec room ever kept me from not doing stupid shit.
Ain't no rec room.
Ain't no recreation center.
That's where I started on my stupid stuff. Like that's where we met to start.
I'm just being honest with you. Like I remember being a 14-year-old kid wilding out. Doing stupid shit. Because really when you hit 14, now girls and clothes start to matter. And clothes because you get girls and money because you get girls. So it all leads to girls. I'll tell you one thing, if the girls just say they're not messing with no street guys, Women just, if all black women in America just took a pact, like we're not fucking nobody that doesn't have a job in a career, you will see the entire trajectory of the black community killing is, yeah, that's the new reform. The reform is, by the way, Spike Lee did that movie. Spike Lee made that movie. What was the movie? Chirac. That's what it was about.
I didn't see Chirac.
Chirac is a Spike Lee movie where it was about crime in Chicago, and Spike basically made a movie where it was like all the women got together and said, "We're not giving our men no sex if they kill each other."
I gotta go watch that.
Yeah, we need that right now. By the way, women, flex your power now.
Now's the time for us to shine. But I do want to agree with you guys. I used to work for nonprofits, and we went in community centers and did all of their studios over and just tried to find things to do during Harlem and the Bronx when we were in a state of emergency due to crime and gun violence. And as much as we created jobs, as much as we created programs, if the kids don't want to go, they don't want to go. The mindset has to be different. We have to make sure that we could lead the horse to water. We can't make them drink it. If they want to be out there doing that stuff, we have to figure out why. Why do they think that killing shooting over their block is the cool thing to do?
It's because of girls. They want
Who's teaching them that the girls like that?
But they're gonna be in prison.
Right?
No. Yeah, but guess what? Chris Rock said it best.
But I dated.
Hold on. Chris Rock said it best.
I ain't want no killers.
Nigga graduate college, got his master's degree. They like, oh, nigga, you my master now? Nigga get out of jail, we throwing parties for him. Nigga ain't never got a party.
That's crazy.
For getting a job. Nigga work at McDonald's, we throwing a party for this nigga. Let's go. Fries for everybody. They don't do that.
Fries for everybody.
Nigga get out of jail.
Welcome home.
Welcome home, free and party. Bitches is lined up to fuck them. Shit, that sound like fun. I just don't want to play 5 years to do it. I just don't want to do 5 years to do it. I'd rather find another way. But I'm saying, if you were young, but I'm also older. If you're a young kid, but I remember being kids, and I remember the moment when my friends, some of my childhood friends, and you could feel us going separate ways. Mm-hmm. Where it's like, I mean, I was okay with maybe being a getaway driver to rob a man. But y'all want to rob stores now? Like, hold on, that's a little different. I'm not doing that. And they was like, man, you scared. I'm like, you fucking right I am. And I remember them getting caught, getting out of jail, and we at our homie Cashmere house, and them two niggas is telling jailhouse stories, and all the women in the room is under them. Thank God, because I want to becoming that nigga. Amen. They ain't see me, but they was on the street niggas. Nobody gets more pussy than street niggas in the black community. And that's a problem. You don't think rappers are the famous street niggas, if I'm being honest with you. Rappers are the number one street niggas. Nobody in the black community gets more vagina than street guys.
Drug dealers.
Nobody gets more than street guys. Listen, listen, a chick will be like, he's nice, he's cute, he's this, but he ain't got no edge. Meanwhile, this dude over here is like, bitch, get in the car. So and she like, yes, daddy.
Ray, that's why
drug dealers will give you the money faster than hardworking men.
Think about it. To go pro, you got to go to college.
Yes.
So
that's why the white girls getting them.
That's why they was looking.
That's why the white girls getting them.
Oh, that's why you pay for pussy.
Because they're trained.
No, because all they did was play sports, and they don't have to talk to nobody. They don't have game. All they do is dunk, and shoot and run. And girls love him. Meanwhile, you got this other dude over here who ain't did none of that shit, but he gonna treat you good, he gonna change your life, and y'all don't see him because he makes $75,000 an hour working somewhere else. You can look like you want Tamira, but I am a man. I am a millionaire for 2 reasons. I'm gonna take my glasses off so you making that face. I'm a millionaire for 2 reasons. Because I want to take care of my mom and I want to get pussy.
That's real as fuck.
That's the reason why I'm a millionaire. Because I want to take care of my mother first. And I wanted to get pussy. I'm not a millionaire because I wanted to have money in the bank. I didn't even know that shit ain't feel real. But I knew if I got some money, she gonna jump down.
I agree. Listen.
So I'm saying, so you can't say that. You can't make that face when it's like.
Honey and the bees will come.
Yeah, but I'm saying bees go after something else, not honey.
What the girls is going after?
Go after the.
Oh, we should go after intellect and intelligence. Yeah, nice. Yeah,
intellect. Listen,
sounds nice.
The niggas
and y'all should go after girls with good hearts and morals, and not
I
girls
do
with fat asses and. Shit.
No, the fat ass can come with good fun. The fat ass can come with good morals, though. See,
drug
that's the difference.
Street dudes could be half and half. I dated a half and half street dude. He was in nursing
shit
school
sound
and
like
was in the
Sunjoy, the
game.
shit trying to push off.
We gonna start calling street niggas Arnold Palmers. Half and half.
No, street niggas in school are on the Palmers. Street niggas in
Palmer.
school.
Half and half. No,
Okay.
but I'm just saying, street guys, listen. Every man in here has had this experience. We all start off as sweet little boys. If I'm lying, anybody here challenge me if I'm
Y'all
lying.
gonna talk about the girl who broke your heart in third
No,
grade,
she
and
didn't
that's
break
why
our
y'all
heart. She
horrible
did not
people.
break our heart. She didn't even give us a fucking chance.
Oh wow.
She wanted
Because she wanted the nigga that was kicking her
Yeah.
and calling her a bitch. So I'm like, damn, I got to do that then, I guess. And as soon as I started saying fuck y'all, they're like, why? When I'm like, I want to take you out on a date. Ew, bitch, fuck you. Why? What I do?
That's actually.
Am I
a fact.
lying? Is every man in this room? Is that not your experience?
Hey, I was homecoming
You
king.
called them later. I'm
Hold on.
saying when they was younger.
I was homecoming king my senior year. Prom king too. You know what happened? All the juniors and sophomores voted for me. All the senior girls hated me because I was dating girls from other schools, and I was doing wild shit. None of the girls in my grade actually gave a fuck at my school. All the younger girls though. Oh, what we doing? Prime example.
If girls thought differently, I would be with a girl from Banneker High School right now. Yes. They didn't get a fucking chance in hell. They were so busy chasing the other niggas, and look how it plays out.
But I think
Doug,
that happens a lot though. That as you get more successful in life, that chicks that from your past, they spin the block.
So a woman in Texas was actually hospitalized after she was hit with a brick by a man she refused to give her phone number to. Why? Why is stuff like this happening? Like, what do we have to say to the men?
Hold on, what happened? The woman with the face hit by the brick?
A woman got hit in her face.
Oh yeah, let's talk. You want to talk about that, Jack? I like to talk about that one.
Yeah, let's
talk about
it. Well, since Jack introduced it, let's let him.
No.
He sent it to me. It was submitted.
First of all, she's a lesbian who doesn't like men, who tells women don't like men. Y'all should not like men. Men don't deserve us. No, she's a lesbian who doesn't like men.
Let's think about these clips too. You gotta understand the backstories of these shits too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have empathy for her getting hit in the face. Like that's really fucked up. But it's like, nah, we talk about it. We in this place of equality, right? And you keep talking about like equality is only equal when it's beneficial for you. Like if I don't know what she did to bro. I can't say and sit there and say, hey man, it's really fucked up that you got hit in the face, because it is. But I don't know what you did to get hit in the face. Did you hit him first?
She did.
Did you? What did
that
you
was
do?
one of the questions I
She
wanted
did
to
hit him
ask.
first.
What do we teach our daughters about hitting men?
Well, see, my daughter ain't gonna wear. That's not gonna happen with my daughter. Certain women are gonna have hard lives because of their viewpoints on men and women and their interactions. And the video that I saw for this young lady saying, I'm a lesbian. We don't need these niggas. Ladies, I'm coming to find y'all. Y'all don't need them. Wait till I find y'all. Well, she fucked around and found out. And to me, I feel like, listen, I'm all about protecting people. But when you put that energy out there, if that was my friend, I'd be like, I don't even know if you want to do that, because it might come back and haunt you. And it did.
Did you not always learn there's repercussions for your actions too? Like my thing is
Every
like,
action
if you
has
put
a
your hands on
reaction.
somebody, you can't their response. You can't determine what their response is. You don't know what the fuck this person deal with. You could have took them to the breaking point, and that was the buddy's breaking point. He's like, "You got me fucked up. This the right one today."
Right,
And took
right.
your shit, took your fucking. But now you want the world to come back.
But not to cut you off, I want to say something. But women don't live, and this is the fact. Women don't live mentally in the mind state of repercussions, right? So let me give you what I mean. Like, I know for a fact, my brother, the chef that cooked for us, I want to shout you out there. What's your name, bro? Chef Cavalli. Chef Cavalli. I know for a fact, if I jump in Chef Cavalli's face and be like, motherfucker, blah, 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 pointing at him, I got to be ready for a fight. I also got to be ready to kill. As a man, we know that, right? Because he might have a gun out. See, I understand the repercussion. How many women think, like women that's jumping men's face, mother bitch ass, like, baby, he can beat you up.
Yeah.
He can beat you up. And there's a repercussion to jumping in his face. Like when women argue, like, dog, when women argue and we see girls fighting in the club, niggas be laughing and shit. They don't even stop the music. They be just drinking and shit. Like, look at them girls fighting. Two niggas start fighting. Hey,
Everybody start talking.
It is repercussions to being a man that there aren't to being a woman. It's just a fact.
And once again, you got to clarify. I'm not justifying buddy's actions. You can't justify that. You hit like that's fucked up. However, if you hit me, you slap the shit out of me, and today was my day that I came to the edge. You don't know what the fuck can happen. This shoe might come off my foot, and I might slap the shit out of you with it.
What do you think, Shar?
Well,
I already say I need to hear. What do you think?
What happened was when it first came out, I was like, oh, that's a boy, that's not a man. And, it got like, I don't know, over 3,000, comments or likes and whatnot. And so what happened was I was going off of the initial video. Mm-hmm. But what happened was she was playing victim the first day, but then all the other footage started to circle around the next day. So it was like she tried to play victim, but in reality, she was the victimizer. Right. So it's,
And we don't hear no other race saying protect us. We don't hear white women saying protect white women. We don't hear Asian women saying protect Asian women. You know why we hear from black women?
Because we are the ones that are always being targeted by systematic racism.
No, that's not why.
It's hot
rhetoric. That is not why.
That is not
why. That is not why. The reason why is because no one is quicker to curse you out like a black woman. No one is going to jump in your face like a black woman. Black women have mouths on them.
Nobody like black women, so
I'm just saying, listen.
That's where it comes from.
I'm just saying, the person that's starting the trouble is always also the person saying protect us. I can protect you as my woman by telling you shut the fuck up. That's me protecting you. Hey, don't talk like that.
You say no, he ordered his steak this way.
Nigga, at that moment, you on your own.
Calm down. I can order another one. Calm down. It's not that deep. Like we.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's
the point.
Like, and here's the thing, Tamira. I want to make this known. My intent for this show is so good for everyone. I don't hate no race, no creed, no none of that. But if you are above hearing the truth, you are above winning. If you are above hearing the truth, you are above succeeding. Nobody is born perfect. And when motherfucker told me when I was 25 years old, I was engaged, this would change my life. I feel bad for her because she lost because I was with a girlfriend, my fiance. She says to me, do you trust your mother? And I was like, no. At the time, I didn't. I was like, no. And she literally said, well, how are you going to ever love and trust me? You can't love the person you came from. Whoa. Shit, that's deep. I didn't even think. So at that very moment, I knew I needed to fix my relationship with my mother.
Good point.
No, but here's the thing. Notice I didn't say, do you trust your mama? Notice I didn't argue back. I'm not here to, if you are here to be better, that means you are here to listen. If you are here to prove your point or argue and be combative, that means you're not focused on growth. You're focused on being heard, being right. I don't listen to be right. I listen to be better. And most people don't listen, and they become bitter. People in your comments, they talking to you like you the nigga that held them back their whole life. Like you the reason why they ain't made it 8:30. Can I tell you why I don't respond to nobody who comments and disrespects me? Because that's misguided anger. That's misguided anger. They just are mad at something else, and they can't take it out on that, so they take it out on me. That's misguided anger. Like I said, there are certain things happy people don't do. And when you say certain shit, I'm like, you're not happy. That's enough for me. You're not happy because happy people don't do that. Simple as that.
So then I have a question, Ray. What would you say to someone that looks at it from a historical standpoint? When you say like, oh, black women this, black women that, what would you say from someone that looks at it from a historical standpoint as far as, the society pitting us as black women and black men against each other?
I'm glad you brought that up. No, I'm glad. That's a great question, by the way. By the way, I want you to ask more after that.
Did that to y'all.
Hold on.
We can go there.
Hold on. So we want to really get into it. White women did
feminism.
That to you.
Was it white women or white men?
Hold on. I'm gonna give an answer. Let me answer a question. Number one, I do know that there's a historic thing. My thing that I just posted a video on my Instagram where I said stop bringing old shit to new tables. Mm-hmm. Like, it's so crazy how many black women I've interacted with that needed me to show them that they can trust me. That's interesting to me. Like, you got to show me I can't trust you. I don't meet nobody with mistrust. I'm like, I trust everybody. I don't know Chef Cavalli. He could be a goddamn murderer, but I trust him. He's right here in the room with me. He's right in the room with me.
You lead with trust?
Always.
Oh, black people not raised that way?
But that's why,
it's different for everybody.
Once again, that is why I got rich. Because when I walked in the rooms with people who can change my life, now mind you, I walked in the room with a lot of people who couldn't, but I walked in the room with people who could change my life, I listened. And then as time went on, I started realizing who I can follow and trust, and that's how I started making money. You can't trust. If I got to prove to you that you gotta trust me, I don't want to fuck with you. Nigga, I ain't making you prove it. I done been fucked. I done been used. I done been played. Who in there hasn't? We all have. You just feel like it's your right to bring shit to the table because you feel like you have that. That's why you haven't gotten anywhere. Because you walk in the room and you're saying, well, hold on, before we start, let me tell you everything I've been through. Nobody gives a fuck about that.
So I have another question.
Please.
So as far as not bringing up old stuff, because, okay, I understand that part, but in certain situations, because you have to realize that even though, no, we weren't slaves, we didn't experience that, at the end of the day, some of those same things still affect some of us today.
That's true, but here's the difference. In the 60s and the 50s, you didn't have access to the information. Mind you, I'm on this show saying we need to give more grace to our parents because they didn't grow up in a world where generational wealth was an option. Mm-hmm. It's an option now. Right. If you choose to be a piece of shit today, that's because you made the choice today. Because there are too many pages you can follow. There are too many YouTube videos you can watch where someone can teach you how to be better. That's what this show is about. Yeah. This man is telling you the things that hurt 30-year-old rappers. Two types of ways of looking at that. Either you look at that like, damn, that's what I'm up against. Okay, cool. Thanks for that information. Or you look at that like, I hate him. He's wrong. Nigga, the second one, you're not going to win. You can hate me all you want, but you're not going to win. And people think I don't see bitter. I see bitter. Bitter is shown. Bitter is like a shirt. I can see it on your face. It's easy. So for me, I understand it. We did it. Went through slavery, all that other stuff. But it is 2023.
Trauma's embedded in your DNA.
It is 2023, and I don't think I grew up. How about this? My entire life as a child, I'd never heard my mother say, I love you. Do I bring that to the table? Do I make JoJo feel like, fuck you, my mom didn't love me? No, I took it on head first. I told her how I felt. We got past it, but I took it on.
And since Tamira want to talk about traumas embedded in your DNA, there was an article that just came out about a psychologist review, I believe, and it said literally kids that experience a somewhat trauma in their childhood are prone to be more successful in life. Yes. So like Ray's saying, it's 2023. Like
if you ain't shit in 2023, if you ain't chasing your dream, if you ain't trying, you have made the decision. This is who I am. Mm-hmm. It's everybody in here got some shit with them. We all do. Yep. Everybody in here got. But my thing is, I cut that motherfucking cord that my baggage was attached to. And that's why I was able to soar. And you can see when somebody got baggage, like, oh, that's some other shit. Like, why did that trigger you so much? You got some other shit going on with you. So for me, it's like, it's not fair. It's fucked up. I'm not saying fuck it, get over it. I'm saying, what other option do you have? Right. To live in misery or to move through it? Right. Most people are living in misery because that's what they're comfortable at. They don't know it. They don't believe it, but they're comfortable being miserable. They rather be miserable. They self-sabotage themselves. Like, motherfucker, it's like, you know what? I always say I learn from movies, right? It's a scene on, oh, y'all niggas, I've always seen this. I don't fuck with none of y'all. It's a movie called Trading Places. Absolutely. Okay, it's a scene in Trading Places where they take Eddie Murphy's character to this new house. And they're like, all of this is yours. And he's like, and he started putting shit in his pocket. He just didn't believe it. He didn't believe it. And it's yours. And he's still like, it's mine? Okay. Well, I'm going to put him up. Nigga, it's yours.
So, you know, where did Mortimer and Randolph show up at again?
Coming to America.
Exactly.
Nigga, I'm a movie buff. Yeah. Music and movies, you can ask me. I got you. Okay. But I'm saying my point is that I trust you in the beginning because I give you access. If I give you access, you're going to show me who you are. Meanwhile, you're holding access. And they're holding their shit, and then that's when you be 6 months in, then you find out who they are. I'd rather find out who you are 6 days in rather than 6 months in. I can lose money, but I don't want to lose time. So my thing is what do you want to do? And if you want to win, if we want to be better as a culture, black men and black women, then I got to get over the shit you doing, and you got to get over shit I done. And then we got to start from scratch, which I agree with, but it's hard when I gotta prove myself. I don't know if I gotta prove. Like you know how many times I told somebody I was like, prove myself to you? You better look at my motherfucking life. That's a manifestation of who the fuck I am. Fuck am I proving myself to somebody? How the fuck I'm gonna prove myself to you? You ain't accomplished shit. But I gotta prove myself to you. No wonder you're single. No wonder you don't have a man. No wonder you can't find one because you're so busy saying he gotta prove me, he deserved me. Bitch, who are you? Who the fuck are you? I'm the motherfucking prize. And I'm not even being arrogant, but I'm saying there's way more of you than there is of me. Yeah. I got to prove myself to you still? Oh, nigga, I'll see you on the other side.
Good luck.
Good luck. That's why it's very important. That's why I think it's very important for young girls to have relationships with their father. Because you have to have that bond with a man that makes you feel like, because even if that dude hurts you, like, my daughter's going to get hurt. But every fucking time, I'm going to be right there to catch her and tell her it's not her, or tell her it is her. Tell her, hey, you can't curse him out if you want him to love you. You can't be mean to him. You can't act like that and expect people to love you.
So what would you say to a little girl who's, or a woman who's a woman now, but as a little girl, her father was killed or wasn't able to be there?
Shit happens to everybody. We all bring shit to the table. My father wasn't in the house. I wish he was. But here's the thing. My father not being in the house is the reason why anybody knows me knows this. My kids will never live in a house that I'm not in. I don't give a fuck what's going on. I don't give a fuck if I got to build a house next door. My kids will always live in the house that I'm in. My kids will go to sleep when I say it's time to go to sleep. Imagine a man in my house telling my son it's bedtime. Nigga. Imagine somebody telling little Raymond it's bedtime right now. You better, nigga, and that's why I'm gonna pay the house note. Because when he calls, he says, I'm gonna call my dad. That dude, if he's paying the mortgage, has every right to say no.
Ray, you ain't answer the question.
What's the question?
What do you have to say? Shit based on shit happens. What advice would you give a little girl who
shit happens?
Shit happens isn't really advice.
No. My thing is this. Shit. My answer is shit happens. I didn't have my dad in the house, but here I am. You either are gonna life every day we live life. Everybody here, I want y'all to know something. Every day we live life. Life does one or two things to us. It either makes us bitter or makes us better. And you got to decide whether you want to be bitter or better. So the minute that I tell you you're being bitter right now, if you decide to stay there, it's my right to walk away. I just told you where you're standing at. You're standing in bitterhood. I don't want to be around bitter people. Now, if you want to get better, let's talk about it. But listen, dog, nobody was dealt a perfect hand. And the people that fuck up the most are the people with the perfect hand. Because they don't even know how to play the game. Nobody's dealt with a perfect hand. So you can't bring your shit to the table. I can't bring my shit. It's just that simple.
As a girl who grew up without a father, and this show, especially talking to all the men in different walks of life, really helped me with trying to figure out dating. Because who was I supposed to talk to growing up? Like, what men? I had stepfathers, and I had a stepfather and I had stepbrothers, but they didn't get. My uncle don't talk to me about stuff like that. Like, my uncle, they took me to Disney World. They took me to, like, the Alpha Cookouts, and he gave me a good example of what love looks like because he loves my aunts properly. He loved my aunt properly, but nobody gave me those relationship kind of things. So all this time I'm navigating through life thinking, I don't got daddy issues. I don't have problems. And one of the things I'm bad at, and Ray always tells us, is accept your compliments and stuff, right? So I'm on Google the other day, like, why can't I accept compliments? Like, giving me a compliment makes me want to run out the room and hide under, like, something. So it's Googling all this stuff. So this show is therapy, by the way. That's what I'm going
There's a book I read called there's a book I read called The 17 Secrets of the Millionaire Mind.
See how I got weird? I was like, where's that coming from?
There's a book I read called The 17 Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. And they say the clear difference between poor people and rich people. One of those secrets is poor people don't receive, rich people do. You tell a poor person or poor-minded person, man, you look nice. They deflect. Thank you. You look nice too. Yes. That's deflecting. You tell a rich motherfucker, you look nice. Thank you.
Yep, that's it.
I knew it when I left out the house, and that might sound arrogant, but the reality is that you man, we all got shit, but the people that get through it and get over it are the people that run the world.
But that they're learning and applying, so that's what I wanted to go.
But they're applying in real time.
Yeah.
See, that's another thing. Like it's hard to get checked in the moment and catch yourself and be like, damn,
I was wrong.
Damn, exactly.
Accountability.
I remember one day Tehran, mind you, this is why people love Tehran so much because Tehran has a coach in me. One day we're in the car. He called me one day. This is 2012. He called me and he was like going off about how niggas don't respect him. Like, man, these niggas don't respect me. I'm the best, and nobody treats me like I'm the best. And I'm listening. By the way, I know him, so I gotta let him get it out. And I'm listening. And at that very moment, I could have done a few things. I could have supported him. Yeah, they don't. Fuck it. But I was like, I don't think that's healthy. This is me coming into my manhood. I'm like, I don't think that's healthy. So he's on the phone going crazy. And I say to him, mind you, he's in LA, I'm in Atlanta. I say to him, stop talking. Let me ask you a question. Where are you? He said, I'm in the car. I said, cool, turn your radio on. Nigga, what? I'm in Atlanta, Ray. I'm in LA, you in Atlanta. I'm like, nigga, just turn on the radio. Turns on the radio. I ask him, is there a song playing? Yeah. Why, nigga, why? What's the song called? Future, Same Damn Time. Okay, did you write that song? No. Nigga, there will always be a song on the radio whether you write it or not. Get the fuck over yourself, nigga. You better get the fuck over yourself if you want to be here. That nigga went on a fucking run after that. See what I'm trying to say? Yeah. The reason why I am who I am is because I know if I leave this bitch right now, this motherfucker will still be here. There will still be somebody recording. I ain't the biggest. I'm not bigger than it. I understand that. So that gratitude I show towards it is why it always pays me back. Because I don't look at the world like the world owes me something because all the bad shit that happened to me. The world owes me something because my father wasn't here. The world owes me something because we was poor. I look at it shit like, man, the world is giving me an opportunity every day to change my cards. So I can either focus on changing my cards or I can focus on the shit that I came from. And I know for a fact, because I am surrounded by a lot of people who aren't rich. That's the biggest difference between my rich-ass friends and my broke-ass friends. My rich friends want to hear everything, every detail. They want to understand how to be better. And my broke-ass friends want to point fingers at who did it wrong. That's literally the difference. A winner is not going to point fingers at nobody but himself when he fails. A loser is going to point at everybody else. It was him. Nigga, ain't nobody. It was on me, nigga. We lost. It's on me. It's on me. And that's the difference. So we better change our motherfucking mentality, black people.
Go ahead, right. And the reason why I ask those questions, Ray, is because I feel like so many times, especially us as women that have gone through things, what happens is we stay in those moments. We stay in those places and spaces as little girls mentally. And so we end up being adult women who can't navigate life, who can't navigate relationships, who can't navigate through what happened to us as kids or through adolescence or previous partners. And so what happens is women end up not being able to navigate life in certain ways, in healthy manners, if you will.
And guess what?
So that's the reason why I like to talk about mindset. And
instead of navigating life, trying to figure it out,
what are we doing, Ray?
It's no intent. It's no ill intent for me. Because of that lack of safety, they're drawn to the street guy who can protect me.
Like how he brought it back.
No, it's not a bring it back. It's a fact. They're drawn to the.
Another thing I realized too, as a man, to become successful as a man, like I look in the mirror and I know what my insecurities are, and I'm willing to take it head on and say I need to fix that to be a better person tomorrow.
Wait,
I need to fix that to make this.
Did you do that without therapy, or
absolutely?
Or you did that on your own?
Because I tell you the difference though. The difference is that as a man, pussy wasn't thrown at him. I mean, you're not a bad looking brother, but it wasn't thrown at you. You had to work for it a little bit.
Nigga. It was
no. Here's my point. Since you grew hair. There was a nigga that was in line to get it and willing to do anything to get it, right or wrong. Right. So that's why it's hard for women to take criticism. Men like me, of course they do. Nigga will fuck anything. But the right nigga is going to take you where you want to be. Thanks. And that's the difference between men and real men. Like a nigga won't fuck, but a right nigga wants to take you somewhere. He wants to lead you somewhere. So my thing is that you find the right man that wants to lead you, but he might not look like you think he's supposed to look.
But she also has to be willing to take accountability for what she went through and get over her past.
Oh, shit. You might get shot. Hey, we got to make sure it's not a sniper on the roof.
It takes a while for you to even realize there's something for you to get over. Because for a long time, I was like, oh, my mom did a great job. I'm amazing.
Yep.
And then...
You sound like a 30-year-old rapper.
That's exactly what I am at this point, a 30-year-old
That was
rapper.
good.
And I had to figure it out.
Take accountability to keep it pushing. Like, you know before you fuck, you look at yourself.
That's why I did girls.
Bro, you know what? But I'm going to tell y'all a secret. I'm gonna tell you a secret how when I work with an artist, when I meet an artist, I always ask them two questions. Two questions I ask every artist. How they answer this question determine how much I'm gonna work with them. First question is, why you ain't where you want to be? Right? Why you in my office? First question. If the answer ain't because of myself, them, if they say I don't have a team, oh yeah, I ain't gonna work with you. Oh, I just need help, I ain't gonna work with you. You still don't see it's not you. You still don't see it's you. You still think it's the niggas around you. You know what I'm saying?
And they're gonna be the reason that people press play.
Yes. So that's the first question. Then the second question is, how long have they been doing it? How long have you been doing it? 8 years. 8 years. Oh man, that's dope. How many songs you recorded in 8 years? Thousands. You mean to tell me you recorded 1,000 songs in 8 years and not one took you to the top? At some point in time, it's like us doing 8,000. It's like us doing 1,000 culture reports and the Steep getting 5 views. Like, we ain't get 6 yet. What the fuck are we doing wrong? We ain't get 6. We still got 5.
You don't gotta jump all crazy, but at least have some type of improvement going on.
God damn.
Like you should have progressive. Like you should be able to look and see like progress.
Bro, winners blame themselves. Losers blame everybody else. And that's that. If a winner will always say, "What did I do wrong?" Nigga, when you ask Michael Jordan who the GOAT is, you know his answer is, that's impossible to say. I didn't play in the same era as Kareem and the same era as Bill Russell. I think I was one of the best players of my time, but nigga, that's because he is the real GOAT and he can't say that, right? You know what I'm trying to say? That's still his respect for what he does. Most of us don't respect what we do. We don't respect what we have. We're so busy looking at that we're killing this over here. You got to water your motherfucking plants also. You better water your plants also, or you're going to see that, or you looking over them and looking at how their grass is green and they water their plants. You ain't watering yours. I hate my plants. Well, they're yours, motherfucker. What other option you got? You want to kill them? You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
What other option you got? Sorry. I like your questions, though.
Yeah, really good. All right, so I'm going to do a sports question before we do our last closing music question. So how do you feel about Deion Sanders showing the world that you can be a black coach, former NFL player, have literally the world against you, come back, win your first game, and now all of a sudden be like the number one?
Can I tell you how I feel? You ever seen that movie? By the way, I learned everything. I didn't have no teachers. Everything I learned was from movies.
Or being a high school teachers are going to be very upset about that.
I can tell you the one thing I learned from a teacher named Mr. Kemp. He said it was a big fight in school, and he told all the black students. Mind you, this was a rich guy. He sold his company for $22 million, and he lived up north, and he used to drive to the south side to teach poor black kids.
Oh, I love that.
And he said to us, it was a big fight one day. He said, you know what y'all problem is? Y'all problem is y'all think y'all can solve everything with y'all fucking fists and weapons. He said, you know how you hurt people in the real world? And he tapped his pocket. No, he said how you hurt somebody in the real. You know how you hurt somebody in the real world? And he tapped his pockets. That's how you hurt people. You hit their pockets. You don't hit them. You can get over a punch, but you don't hit them. But back to what I was saying. There's this scene in this movie called Head of State. It's a Chris Rock movie, right? And Chris Rock is running for president against a white guy. Bernie Mac is his co-VP. And they asked the black guy, who you voting for? And he said, who the fuck you think I'm voting for? That's the answer to your question. How the fuck do you think we feel? We all motherfucking black.
I'm rooting for everything black. How the fuck you think we feel?
That's like, you know, ask me some shit that's like, who the fuck how you think? Deion Sanders did good. He showed black excellence. How you feel, black people? How the fuck you think I feel, nigga? I'm excited as a motherfucker.
To double down on that shit, he's one of the greatest NFL players of all time.
Yeah. Greatest cornerback of all time.
So literally, from going from that to you see how many athletes have tried to transition to coaching and trying to guide young men to being better or doing whatever. There's a lot of them fail. This motherfucker is thriving.
And can I tell you what Deion Sanders is, guys? He's a narcissist.
You look good, you play good.
Nigga said the nigga told. Listen, do you know the famous story of when he was getting drafted out?
Yeah, with the Giants.
He was meeting with the Giants, and he said, "What y'all drafting?" And they told him what they was drafting at 5. He said, "I ain't gonna be around that long. I don't want to talk to y'all. I ain't gonna be around that long. I'm going top 4."
We gotta talk about.
Nigga, our narcissist shit works. I'm just telling y'all. You better start thinking arrogant of your motherfucking self.
So Deion Sanders is proof that narcissism works.
No. Every successful person, Beyonce's a narcissist. Beyonce's a narcissist. Michael Jordan's a narcissist. Kobe Bryant's a narcissist. You have to be a narcissistic motherfucker to think that at one point, think about this, y'all. Look at this show. It's just us. It's probably like 10 people in here. You know how narcissistic I have to think that we're going to do this show in an arena one day with 30,000 people. Nigga, how? Why the fuck we going to do that? I think that highly of what I'm doing. Dog, you know why Kanye runs sports? Why Kanye got a deal? Kanye was meeting with Nike. You ever know the story? Kanye was meeting with Nike. He said, I want Michael Jordan's deal. They said, yay. how you gonna get Michael Jordan deal? He sells out arenas. He said, and I do too. People paying to see me in the arena just the same way they're paying to see him. So you can't tell. That's my point. You have to be able to take it on. You can't be like, you know what? You're right. He is Jordan. No, nigga. And you know what else he said? He said, and here's the difference between me and him. It's fucking 14 other players on the fucking court. It's 9 other players with him. With me, it's just me. Everybody coming to see me. That's why I want the motherfucking Michael Jordan deal. That's my point. You got to think highly of yourself. We got to change our thought process. We got to think we the shit. And if you're not the shit yet, it's okay. But then it's like me and Stanza was talking earlier about some business. And we was talking, that's why I'm so proud of her. Because she was telling me some shit, but she was also breaking down why it's happening. See, some people say, man, I don't know, man. Jack is, man, when I come to work now, man, you know, Jack he doesn't even look at me. What am I doing wrong? And some people was like, man, Jack is, you know, he going through some shit with his wife right now. He having problems. That's why he's doing that. See the difference? One, you're the victim, and the other, you're the fucking fucked up person. You're the fucked up person.
So we talk about mindset, right? And I got this theory too. Like, my daughter's not taking any comments. Like, what's the second place trophy, or what's the shit called? What's the little
second place?
No,
runner-up.
Not even runner-up trophy. What's the trophy?
Participation.
Participation. We're not taking no fucking participation trophies.
Right. Don't give.
That means you just showed up and we paid to make sure you, like, I basically paid for a trophy. You buy your trophy, I take your ass down here, we go buy a trophy. But the participation, like, anything we do, anything we go after, I'm trying to be the fucking best.
And it is okay to lose.
And it's okay to lose. But when I lose, I know why the fuck I lost, and I'm gonna play again. Nigga, I was getting my ass whooped in space the other day. Nigga, we played 20 fucking games. I said, boy, you got me fucked up.
Playing Shaka?
Get out the fuck.
Who was your partner?
Okay.
I was with Steve-O, but nah, it was the way the cars was getting.
See, look at Steve Tamira say, who's your partner? And we're looking to blame somebody.
I'm gonna tell you what.
I'm gonna tell you. Your partner matters.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you what's it's the way the cars are dealt too. It's like sometimes your cars get dealt. But the thing is, a lot of people would have been like, man, I'm frustrated and got the fuck up. I said, man, hell no, I ain't leaving this table till y'all get the fuck up. Y'all been on the table for 3 hours, bro. It ain't happening today. And everybody's looking at like, I got folks looking at us like, this nigga's crazy. You goddamn right. I didn't show up to be last.
Fact.
I didn't show up to to participate. Nigga, this ain't a workout. This is fucking, like, I'm approaching everything like it's dog eat dog. I'm gonna show up.
I went to the Talented and Gifted School, and one time they were like trying to figure out how to give everybody a award. And I'm like, bro, no, if I deserve this award and this nigga ain't do shit all year, do not give this nigga the same award as me.
Let me tell y'all something. No. Losing builds character.
Yes.
And if you cannot embrace losing, you will never start winning. But the reason why you have to embrace losing is because you have to learn from the losses. Mm-hmm. So you might have lost by 20 points to one game, 15-1, 10 the next, 5 next. And you might have won by 1 and then lost the next one. Mm-hmm. But the point is that muscle memory allows you to get better. You feel me? So for me, it's like, embrace losing. That's why when rappers are mad or people or artists are mad, I'm like, that's dope. Dog, let me tell you something. When I was coming up in the music business, we used to run around I had an artist named Noah. And his producers was the CEO of the label that he was signed to. And I was just kind of like the hanger-on that was like running around. And we would go into meetings. And every meeting we would go into, they would say, yo, Lil Man is dope. You know, but we pass. So I would be like, why? Like, you could tell you, they was like, yo, his beats is whack. Somebody, mind you, the beats is produced by the motherfucking CEO. So I'm kind of like, you gonna act like we ain't hear that, the first time. By the time you get to like 7 times of hearing that shit, I'm like, yo, man, what if the beats are whack? Nigga, the next day they fired me. What? Next day they fired me. Guess what? The CEO works at a car dealership now. Ooh. And I'm in the music business. And it ain't no disrespect. But the reality is that while they were so busy saying, we're on our way to destiny, and destiny is at the top of that motherfucking mountain, and we gonna get there.
To infinity
I don't give a fuck what nobody say. We gonna get to the top of the mountain. I was like, hey man, what I'm missing to get up there? You need a stick, you need this, because there's some mountain lions that gonna fuck you up when you get there. You need to get your little baseball bat. Nigga, I'm taking all that shit with me, nigga. Now that's what real life is about. People be thinking that just because God gave you talent, he gave you the fucking rest of the story. Nah, nigga, he gave you talent, nigga. It's time for you to go write the story and win in that shit. And that's really what it is. That's why I could talk confidently like I talk in the music business. Because, nigga, the formula that wins works every time.
Amen.
And the formula that don't never works. And I'll see you when you're 30-something years old. And now you got a 17-year-old kid that now you fucking his life up. You want to write for him and shit. He don't even.
That's mad as hell because he got all participation trophies his whole life. Never got a win, and now this nigga trying to figure this shit out mad.
I want to create a talent show for artists, man. Like I really want. Like I would love to just sit at a table and just let artists come perform and critique them. I just think that like
live critique right there.
I just would do it. But come perform live. Cause a lot of I was at an artist showcase, and last thing I'm gonna say, I know we've been like long with this longest show ever, but I was at an artist showcase, and I was really disappointed with my entire team. Idol. And I told everybody I was mad at all of them because they were celebrating, they was like enjoying the show, like phones out and shit, and I'm like,
that's not what you're here for.
That's not what we're here for. Like, you want to be a fan, or you want to rule this shit? Because if you want to be a fan, act like a fan. I want to rule this shit, so I'm breaking down what he doing wrong. You can't fucking enjoy it and break it down. How many fucking happy coaches do you see? How often do you see a happy coach?
That's real.
Nigga, that's why we love primetime so much, because he's popping off with it. But how often do you see a happy coach? Because a coach understands how it's supposed to be played. They understand how it's supposed to be played. That's why you don't see happy coaches. So, when I go through that, it's just funny to me because they was like, he's dope. I'm like, what we gonna put him at? See, we're not here to enjoy. We're not here to enjoy the drink for the sake of drinking it. We here to enjoy the drink because we're going to make money with it. So we need to perfect this motherfucker rather than enjoying this shit, because if it was as good, that's why Teron is the GOAT. He'll tell that to anybody. He said, I was the #1 artist in the Virgin Islands. Me and my brother was the #1 artist in the Virgin Islands. Every room I walked into, everybody told me how amazing I was. But I was still broke. So it hit me. If I'm so fucking amazing, why I ain't got no money? And then he meets me. I'm an intern. And I'm in the car with him, and I'm like, I just got to tell you honestly from the jump, this is the first thing I said to him. I don't like you and your brother music. And he was like, man, for real? What you don't like about it? And I started breaking it down. And he was like, man, thank you. I needed that. Because everybody tell me I'm good, but I ain't got no money. And guess what? That nigga is up, 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 up. And guess who took him there? I did. Because I told him the truth every time. I didn't tell him what he wanted to hear because it felt good. I told him what he needed to hear. That's why we won. Fuck, I like telling you, you did good, man. You did good. The other guy just did better. Nigga, what? Never. I'm looking at the other guy, too. I'm looking at all the guys. I'm watching every move everybody making. I wish I was more arrogant. I wish I was. Because if I think I was more arrogant, I'd be way richer. But I know why I'm who I am is because it was survival for me. It was like, I got to figure this shit out. And if this is the only thing I'm dealing with, then I got to figure out how to make this shit work. And that's what I was doing. Meanwhile, you know how many people I run into that was like, I was born to do this, man. God got us. Okay. Not being funny. I believe in God.
They hit you with you can't say what God got destined for me.
Okay, cool. Right. Can I tell you something?
Keep praying.
God just told me to tell you what I just told you.
God sent me a message.
That's a prophetic word.
I'm the prophet.
God sent me to tell you that you got to get your shit together.
I'm the boat, nigga.
I'm the boat. Exactly. From Pursuit of Happiness. See, that's why you like movies like me. I was like, I can't do another movie reference because they're gonna get tired of me. But that's the Pursuit of Happiness. I'm like, nigga, God's sending me to tell you. Your shit ain't good enough. Your shit ain't John Blaze, my nigga.
Nigga. But I see you what you did behind that camera, bro. Get your ass back behind that
camera.
Bro,
everything is good, bro, but you just gotta fucking, it's just like dog, Drake is the biggest rapper probably of all time, as far as numbers.
He's one of the biggest artists.
But I would say rap, though. His first song was called a song called Replacement Girl. That first song I also heard, nigga, he was dissing girls. He was dissing his girlfriend. Like, this for you. You know who you are. This my new girl. She a star. Or whatever he says. That shit don't work. As soon as he says, you're the best I ever had, bitches ate it up and called him the light-skinned God.
That's real.
He was the light-skinned God from that point on because he understood, it's the same sentiment. It just, instead of telling you, fuck you, I got her, he just starts saying, I love her. Yeah. That little adjustment, that might seem so small, but that little adjustment has him flying around the 767 airplane. With his name on it.
With his name on it.
That's the point of those adjustments, 30-year-old rappers. So Tamira, you can...
Y'all can keep...
Because that's why we came back, Juju. I'm going to name this show for the 30-year-old rappers.
Oh, Lord. This is dedicated to y'all.
The name of the show is for the 30-year-old rappers. That's for the Culture Report.
The music question that I want all you guys to answer for the week is, what is the best debut song from a rapper of all time? It doesn't have to be in a specific...
Major single or... Period.
That's up to you. It's
No, that's not. You got to specify the question because the first thing I can think about is 50 Cent in the club, but then Wanksta was out. That's what I'm saying. So what's?
Well, excuse me, man. Get some history on this, please, Jack.
Jack gonna stand up for Queens. Jack gonna stand up for Queens.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say 52, but How to Rob was the first record that he put out.
But that's not his debut. You got to say debut. I don't know what debut means.
I'll give you one. Jesus Walk, Kanye West.
But that wasn't a debut single. It was a single. It wasn't a debut single. The debut single was Through the Wire.
Right.
Okay, so here we go. My dog, Lil Baby.
Hell no.
Soldier Boy. Are we talking? Are we talking major debut? Or are we talking?
That's what I'm saying. She has to like you gotta say.
But that's why.
Always gotta y'all some
No.
Can
I tell you why, Tamira? But can I tell you, I got you. Let me tell you why, Tamira. Because if we say the wrong answer, you're not gonna get ate up in the comments. We are.
You know, I was gonna say Juicy, and then Juicy's not the right answer because that's not the debut. So let's do.
Juicy was a debut.
No, it wasn't. I've been on Google like Jack is. That's why he think he's slick. He been on Google. Unbelievable came out before Juicy is what Jack is saying. But I think he came out under a different title besides.
My next question is, are we separating this from the mixtape era to the...
No, okay, I got a question. Last question. I'm asking you a question. What's the best debut R&B album for a male?
Well, as a Chris Brown fan.
Thank you.
Young Love.
You said Keith Sweat?
Chris Brown had a
Chris Brown first album?
Yeah, that first album was amazing.
I got a plaque for that first album.
I would say... Yeah,
I was my artist on the first album.
Trey Songz had a good first album too, right?
What was on it though? You can't say good. You got to say what was on it.
I had his picture in my locker.
What is the? Give me 5 songs from the album.
It was green. It was green with the braids.
Give me 5 songs from the album.
Just Gotta Make It.
Which one?
Trey? No, not you.
I'm doing Trey.
Trey? No, don't look at your phone.
That's not fair. He was on Google earlier. And I'm not a music historian. I could do the Chris Brown album. That's what I said first.
So why is that not your first one?
I did say that first. I said Chris Brown first.
Usher.
7-802.
What's
7-802.
No, not
some
My
number?
Way. Usher first album was it called? No, it wasn't My Way. Was second album.
Bryson Tiller. That's a good one. Bryson Tiller's a good one.
Yeah.
That was it.
No, that wasn't. Yeah, that was like he had Can You Get With It? It's only a
So I'm sticking with Chris Brown then. I
already got my answer, by the way. My answer is simple. My answer is The Dreams first album.
Oh, those two are cousins.
The Dreams first album is the best male R&B debut to me.
You knew that answer when you asked that question.
No, I didn't. No, I really didn't. I was
going
to say R. Kelly.
Your question,
though. Right? It's okay.
Because it's not specified.
Get more specific.
It's not specified.
He had to.
Like you say. Somebody said, we're going to say 2 Chainz. You'd be like, all right, so it's we talking about from true mixtape?
Yeah.
Or we talking about from
the
album?
Because I was going with Nelly Country Grammar. That's the one I was going with.
He's not R&B though.
But that's what he switched up the question.
No.
He said the best male R&B.
She said rap.
No. She said that's like me asking you, what's the best man you ever had? Like, what the fuck is the best sex? The best man to take care? It's so many. You got to be specific. What's your answer? Best male R&B debut.
Okay, I was going with the initial question with rap. I was going with Nelly, the Country Grammar.
But we came to a conclusion.
But listen, I don't even know all the songs on the album, but I'm a diehard Chris Brown fan, so I'm going with Chris.
I could do his first album. So give me that.
You want the love it? It wasn't the album, was it?
His album was self-titled. Usher's first album was self-titled.
I think
Usher. You said that? Usher wouldn't even say that.
Personally, so I wasn't classified. I was classified when you got with JD as his first album.
No.
Personally, that's what I was going to classify.
I'm saying, Don. Hold on. I'm gonna ask Don because you're. What's your answer, Don?
Was that the 850?
Male R&B album.
Okay.
Debut. Because R. Kelly first album was R. Kelly in Public Announcement. That wasn't.
Y'all niggas is missing. Y'all niggas is total. Y'all totally miss. I can't believe that we even talking about this.
Who is it?
Off the Wall.
But
why is it not considered an R&B album?
He was already famous. He was already one of the most famous people in the world. Sorry.
It's his debut solo album.
No. Nah.
How did I change it? It's his debut.
That's not the first time we heard him, though. That wasn't the first time we heard him.
But he's a Jackson.
Off the Wall is not an R&B album?
No, it's actually a disco album.
Oh, my God.
Ooh. He keeps saying Keith Sweat. I don't know Keith Sweat album. I know his music.
No. That Make It Last Forever, definitely.
Right in the wrong way. He had 7
Something just ain't right.
that first album.
I gotta go to see it out. We got the.
Yeah. Keith Sweat first album was a motherfucker. I don't. Yeah.
We know what year Aaron was born in. We know what year Aaron was born
I'm
in.
surprised he didn't say Marvin Gaye or something.
Make It Last Forever. Something ain't just ain't right. Right in the wrong way. Tell me it's me you want. I want her. Make It Last Forever. Crazy. In the Rain. How deep is your love? Don't stop your love.
That's an unskippable. Listen, that's an unskippable album.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's an unskippable album.
I still think the Dreams first album is a little bit better.
But okay. So
I'm standing on my Virgo shit right now, Don. I'm gonna die on the Virgo shit right now, Don. I'm gonna die on the Virgo shit right now.
I don't know though, but I think
it was close though.
Hey, Ray, I got a question. Name another one like Keith Sweat. Not one.
Usher.
No.
Neo first album.
Not every song was single.
Neo first album was incredible.
That's a fact. Neo first album. That's a fact.
No, that's second.
No, Maverick's on the first album.
Is it?
Definitely.
No, I'm thinking.
Still
When
not.
I'm thinking. No. When I'm thinking about Mirror, I ain't gonna lie. When I'm thinking about Mirror, I'm thinking about Justin Timberlake's Mirror.
Oh.
It's like in my mirror. Oh.
We talking about that other song.
So sick.
The Dreams Love Hate album is. What?
Wait, Chris Brown's album had Poppin', Say Goodbye, Give Me That, Yo, Run It. Those are all from the same album. That's five all
Run
hits
it,
right
give me
there.
that. Okay.
Nigga, the Dream Love Hate album. Shawty is the shit. I Love Your Girl. Fast Car.
Purple Kisses.
Nicki. She Needs My Love. Falsetto. Playing in My Hair. Purple Kisses. Ditch
The
That.
whole thing.
Love songs.
There's no skip on that album.
Only one in the Rihanna Living a Lie record is good, and the other song, the worst song on his album is the most personal. It's a song called Mama. That's like the most. It's a song that dedicated to his mom. It's like just not a hit. I think I still give him a Keith Sweat. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
We know what year you was
They
born
said
too
D'Angelo
now.
for the people who can't hear. So now we
I'm
got
just saying.
D'Angelo and Keith Sweat on the table.
Ain't nothing wrong being old, by the way. I'm just saying when D'Angelo came out, I was a
Look
fucking
at Ray
little kid.
disrespecting the OGs in the room. I was told not to call people old, call them OGs.
Huh?
So I'm replacing
Wise.
old with OGs. Wise.
Wise, you know, I'm wise.
Legacy.
I'm looking at it.
Uh-oh.
Stay With Me. Let me get So Sick. When You're Mad, It Just Ain't Right. Mirror. Sexy Love. That's way better than that Dream
Keep
album.
going.
Sorry.
It go that hill. So we at the top of that hill, baby. Let's go down that hill now. Nigga, stop, Stanza. Keep going.
James
No.
wants
Give
me
him the mic
to
back. Give him the
Bryson
mic
Tiller.
back. Don't save him. Listen, now read the rest of the titles.
All right, we got Stay. Let me get this right. So Sick. When You're
Starting
Mad.
over. We already heard those.
All right, I'm going. It Just Ain't Right. Mirror. Sign Me Up. I Ain't Gotta Tell You That.
I don't know that song.
But I ain't gotta tell you that.
No.
You don't know that song?
No one in here does.
Wow. Crazy.
We going down the hill, my nigga. We cruising.
Get down,
Choo-choo.
get
We
down
cleaning
like that. Huh? Get down like that. With Ghostface on the remix, that's a fact. Sexy Love, Let Go. I don't
You said that
remember
already.
one.
Let go. What's let go?
Time. I don't really remember that one either. Yeah, I kind of do. Neo's first album was
It's incredible.
Was Flame.
It's incredible.
But that's more than Dream's first album right there.
No,
I just named Dream's whole album. It was only one.
You can name all the songs, but
I can sing every record.
Here we go with this singing record shit again. Oh boy.
Purple Kiss.
Make him sing a song from the album on the spot.
Make him say, hold on.
How about you sing some shit? How about you sing some shit?
Before we
How
rap,
about you sing some shit?
before we rap, on Queens, on motherfucking Queens. Nigga, you Burgundy Jack from Queens, motherfucking New York. Eddie Murphy and motherfucking Arsenio Hall landed there to find their wives, nigga. I need you to give me a Nas verse.
Oh, he better have it recited like this the first
You have a whole week. We have a whole week.
You don't know if not a Nas verse?
He's from Queens.
But you from Queens.
That's a fact. I am. Born and raised.
Give me a Nas verse.
I'm gonna do that next week, right? But I have a challenge.
Rain check.
But I got a challenge. I got a challenge because my person next to me was really ribbing me.
Hold on, this ain't the Don. This a part of the show we call each other out.
Yeah. So Tamira,
let me go.
I said the person next to me. You right here, right?
Let's go. Tamira, I don't know nothing. I want to know though.
Let me get a Harlem verse.
Go uptown to Harlem. Tell them that I sent you. It's August. I'm going to November. I need.
That's the middle of the verse. That's not the beginning. No, we want the verse from beginning to the end.
Exactly.
I can do it from the beginning. I gotta do the whole thing.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna say
Let's
I can't
go.
do it. Today's a new day. Got the bootleg up in my suitcase. Go uptown to Harlem. Tell them that I sent you. Tell them it's August. I'm going to November. I need a couple broads in my coupe. Have them sent up. Keep going.
Keep going.
Oh,
shitting on Jack. Let's
have my
go.
squad have him sent up, please. I see a town, I like it. See some niggas getting money in the town, I like it. So I run up with him on a pound and like it. Like it's my block now, all right, kid? And he understood me quite clear. Then that thing bang out and ring out the side of his right ear. And I got back to my business, back to my bitches, back to the kitchen, that pirate whipping. I let that hard stuff sit in. Like, come on.
Hold on.
You want me to do another one?
I gotta redeem myself. We gotta let Jack redeem himself.
I can do another one.
I gotta make it easy on you. I'm gonna
go to Mason.
Hold on, Tamira. I gotta let him redeem himself.
Wait, she turned into a battle rapper, y'all.
I gotta let him redeem himself. Jack, hold on. Jack, I'm gonna let you redeem yourself. Give me one verse of Get Rich or Die Trying album that's not a single.
Ooh.
It's 50.
Don't help him.
That's tough.
That's tough. Look at Kamali got it.
I'm gonna do that next week. We ready? It's a wrap.
I let my Glock talk for me, my watch talk.
How are you gonna tell me? Hold on. How are you gonna tell me, Jack, Burgundy Jack? How are you gonna tell me that Get Rich or Die Trying is a better album than Ready to Die? Nigga, and you can't recite one fucking verse.
I don't remember verses.
No.
I drank a lot in my life. I think yeah.
I know my verse.
That's good for you.
If you want.
Okay. Hey, listen, Don. Culture Report score is Tamira 1. Zach,
cool.
Jack -0.
Okay.
He -1. This the Culture Report.
Shout out to the sponsors.
Oh, shout out to our sponsors. I'm trying to redeem yourself.
Now he like, hey.
Shout out to our sponsors. Yoko Vodka. Shout out to our sponsors, Tote & Carry. We got something crazy coming with Tote & Carry, by the way. I can't wait for y'all to see it. We dropping the next month. Shout out to our sponsors. Like, subscribe. Please support. We are out.
Thank you, guys.
Jack, you lost again.
You would have thought he came. He practiced in the mirror.